all know that Vol Nation is all over the country. Traveling to games is a fun time for the entire family, but deciding where to stay can be a bit stressful. That's where the Big Orange Faithful at the Hampton Inn downtown come in. General Manager Stephen Lawrence and his team go over and beyond to make sure that you have the best stay in their brand new rooms. They have the cleanest rooms in the game, which include flat screen, microwave, and fridge. Not to mention breakfast is included in the room rate. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the best part. The Hampton Inn downtown is less than a mile from Neyland Stadium. While you're planning your game day trips, be sure to check out Hampton Inn online at hamptoninn.com and search Knoxville. Book Hampton Inn downtown today.
Due to a special purchase, Beatty Chevrolet has over 100 pre-owned crossovers and SUVs at tremendous savings during the $1 Million Markdown event. 100 crossovers and SUVs from Chevrolet, Ford, Nissan, Volkswagen, Toyota, Honda, Mazda, and more. All makes and models starting at $89.95. And we'll buy your vehicle on the spot. Plus, get the Beatty warranty for life during the $1 Million Markdown. Only at Beatty Chevrolet in Knoxville or shop BeattyChevrolet.com. Sale prices plus tax, title, and license.
Deep down the middle's got his man, and he's gone. Jason Swain, touchdown.
It's time for the Swain event.
Guess what time it is? My time. You can check your iPhone. Better say it's our time.
With your host, Jason Swain.
My man.
Real sports talk for the real sports fan.
All you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him.
It's time for the Swain event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Give me 2 pounds and a Rick Flex.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant. We are live from the Low T Center Studios right here in beautiful West Knoxville. It is Thursday, November the 14th, 2 minutes past the top of the hour. Feeling good outside, feeling good inside. Just a great day for some good sports talk radio. We're broadcasting live 8:50 a.m., 100.9 FM WKVL Sports Radio. We are streaming live at SwainEvent.com. You can carry us around all day, every day, all by yourself by downloading the free Swain Event app, Android, Apple devices, or you can check us out, Swain Event TV. You can view the show, Periscope, Facebook Live, and on YouTube. Hour 1 is brought to you by Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. The Memphis Grizzlies getting the win last night. Ja Morant, number 2 overall pick, proven, showing the world why he was deserving of that pick and maybe making the case for Rookie of the Year. A lot of basketball to be played, but had a game winner yesterday. And Ben, why don't you show the good people what you're rocking today? Grizzlies, yeah, represent for the home team. Ben, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Man, dude, I'm so blessed.
That's good. That's always a good thing.
I'm so blessed, man. I can't complain. Even if I wanted to. So blessed. Lots to get to today. We'll be joined by Go Vols 24/7 Wes Rucker here at 8:15. NCAA making some moves with some appeals. Biggest star in college football, arguably, is giving an answer about his eligibility for the rest of the season. And that is Chase Young, Ohio State's phenom, on his way to being the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft. But
well, that's what I was going to ask you real quick. Would you take him over one of the quarterbacks? And when I say one of the quarterbacks, I'm referring to Tua or Joe Burrow.
Man,
I think Chase Young can have a Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa type impact year 1, year 2. I mean, Nick Bosa could arguably win Defensive Player of the Year this year as a rookie. And you know Chase Young is going to be really good at the NFL. You don't always know that about a quarterback, regardless of how their college career went.
You can't win in the league without a quarterback. without a franchise quarterback. I mean, you have to swing. You have to try to get a quarterback that's going to be a guy, cornerstone player for your franchise for the next 10, 15 years. You just can't do it without a quarterback. I remember, forgot what draft it was, but Reggie Bush was kind of on the board for the Texans, and they decided to go Mario Williams instead, the pass rusher. And folks poo-pooed the pick because Reggie Bush was so electric in college, but you got to understand something. The Texans were going up against Peyton twice a year, and they wanted someone to pressure the quarterback. And so I say that to say it depends on needs. It depends on, okay, who you playing in the division. If you are the Cincinnati Bengals, you got to play against Lamar Jackson for the next 10 years. So,
and Mason Rudolph.
So if you are Cincinnati Bengals, you got to play against Lamar Jackson for the next 10 years.
And potentially Baker Mayfield if Baker can get it all figured out.
So are you going to get you a quarterback to outduel one of the top quarterbacks in your division, or you're going to get a pass rusher? Now, I've been hearing some silly talk about edge rushers. It doesn't matter how elite they are, but think about the silliness I'm about to tell you. So Chicago, we know that their defense is one of the best in the league, and Khalil Mack is MVP caliber type of player. Well, there was talks about should Chicago trade Khalil Mack because the NFL game is now being dominated by guys like Aaron Donald because the quarterback can get rid of the football quick. So an edge rusher may not be as valuable as Aaron Donald because he's closer to the football. So do you trade Khalil Mack for Aaron Donald type? I thought it was the silliest thing ever. You don't trade a once in a lifetime type of player like Khalil Mack, but
now Aaron Donald is a once in a lifetime player.
Both of them are.
Right, but I don't understand the purpose in that trade. They're both
not trading one for the other, but trading Khalil Mack for pieces to try to maybe get a different quarterback, and then trying to get a dominant defensive tackle. Not trade one for the other.
I got you.
But just the edge rusher that used to be so valuable.
Did you see Jadeveon Clowney on Monday Night Football?
Silly, dude. It's silly. I know. That's a theory that needs to just go away as quick as it has arrived. It needs to go away.
Tonight, we can joke on Mason Rudolph being the quarterback of the Steelers, but you know who's going to give problems to Baker Mayfield tonight for the Steelers? T.J. Watt and Bud Dupree coming off the edge.
Who's joking about your boy?
You and I were just kind of I said Mason Rudolph, and we both kind of.
You joking on your own quarterback. He just ain't at any level of Lamar Jackson.
No. Lamar Jackson is
MVP right now, to be honest.
Yes. Him or Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is one of the most underrated quarterbacks we've seen in the NFL over the last 10 years.
Lamar gets the nod from me. Russell had a couple bad plays.
Fair point.
Yeah, he had a couple bad plays. But I'm going with Lamar. But anyways.
Chase Young.
Yeah. Chase Young, edge rusher, one of the best in the country. NCAA, Ohio State, they come to a resolution. And Chase Young will miss the next football game, and that's it for Chase Young. And he will return. So he already missed one game. That game was against Maryland, I want to say.
Yes, you're right.
And Ohio State just beat the brakes, the brake pads, the muffler, the transmission, the anti-lock brakes, the air conditioning, the water hose, the brake lights.
They beat the turtle out of the shell.
Man,
off the Terrapins.
They beat the brakes off Maryland.
73-14.
Goodness gracious.
And now they play Rutgers this weekend.
And they play Rutgers. And so Chase Young only out 2 games, and 2 games against the worst teams in the league, and he'll be able to return. And Chase Young admitted to taking some money from a friend to get his girlfriend, to the Rose Bowl last year and pay that money back this year. He still took money. Now, I don't think it's a big deal from who he took it from, but according to the NCAA, he can't do it. He took money. 2 games. How many games have a Tennessee Volunteers basketball team played so far?
2. Not including the exhibition, obviously.
So Tennessee's played 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Uros has not taken any money. Tennessee has gotten an answer back and is appealing, has not gotten a response just yet, but you can expect one coming really soon because Avina Westbrook got her decision from her appeal, and that decision was denied.
And Gino was not happy.
He had more comments.
Oh, boy, did he.
He blaming Coach Fulmer again?
Yes, and he was very vague in describing essentially the athletic department as a whole.
Just say it, Gino. Say it
He
with
said,
your chest.
He said, I would go into it, but I probably shouldn't.
Say it with your chest, Gino. You want to talk about everything, Gino? You want to talk about what you was doing on the recruiting trail back when you and Pat Summitt had your rivalry, and when Pat Summitt was alive, and the reason why UConn and Tennessee not playing anymore? You want to do that?
If you knew what the environment was at Tennessee, you would not want your kid in that environment.
Oh, you want to do that, huh, Gino? Gino really wants to do that. He wants that smoke. Okay. All right. Okay. Keep on running your mouth.
I would be curious as to know if Gino's graduation rate is 100%.
Hey, man. I'm not about to brag about academics over championships.
Well, I'm just saying he's saying that Tennessee has a terrible environment for its lady basketball players, yet it seems to be an environment that graduates literally every single one of its players.
Yeah, but
and in women's basketball,
when Holly was here, the culture wasn't good. Man.
No, I'm not saying it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't saying Gino wrong. It's good now, but Gino what ain't wrong when you're talking about the culture when Holly was here. I'm just saying, you want to put that on Front Street? You want to put things that you know about other programs on Front Street? Do you want people to put things about your program on Front Street? Do you want people to put the real reason why Tennessee and UConn not playing anymore? Things that you were doing on the recruiting trail? Do you want to put that on Front Street? That's my point. I ain't saying that he's wrong because the culture was bad. It was terrible. You know, Kelly's taking basically the same players without Lavina, and she went on the road to beat Notre Dame by dang near 20 points. So, I mean, Gino ain't wrong. Just saying.
I know.
Just why you saying that?
But Avina also contributed to the environment being as poor as it was.
Yeah, but if the culture was good, maybe she would have been a little bit better too.
Maybe, and you're right. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, it's like we can say the same thing about our beloved Jawan Jennings. When the culture was bad, Jawan wasn't good.
He didn't thrive.
Correct. He was not behaving. Okay, the culture's better, and Jawan is like all-American boy,
a model citizen.
He's a model citizen. He's a leader. So the culture is important. The culture is very, very important. So I ain't about to dispute Gino's accuracy of his comments. All I'm saying is, why are you putting other programs on blast? Do you want us to do the same thing to you, or do you want anyone else to do the same thing to you? Because I'm pretty sure you have attracted a ton of enemies from all those times you have went into other people's backyard and recruited over the in-state school, or you've done some things that maybe have been labeled as shady. Just be careful. Look at Penny. Penny's running his mouth and put a target on his back. And now he's going to be dealing with some mess here from the NCAA soon because he ran his mouth. Now, Uros, he didn't take any money. He's not going from one school all the way to the other side of the country of where you're from. Avena's from the West Coast. Went to Knoxville, now she's on the East Coast in UConn.
Almost as far as she could have gone away from home.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well play overseas at this point, right?
I guess the only other one would have been is Connecticut above Massachusetts? I think it is. Or to the side of it. I don't know.
I think it's below.
Let's pull up a map of the United States. Go back to fifth grade geography.
Because UConn is like down the street from New York. And I'm pretty sure Massachusetts is on top. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Check that out. Anyways, Avena's going further away from home.
Yeah, you're right.
Uros is coming closer to home. He's an hour and a half away from his host home. He went all the way to Arizona State, and he's coming back. So how does this make sense to me? Missouri is still waiting on an answer. So Missouri had a tutor that admitted to breaking the rules or whatever. Missouri was honest. They were cooperative. They answered whatever question, didn't try to hide anything. Tutor went rogue, and they get slammed. Chase Young, cooperative, honest. He only gets 2 games. There's some leniency there. My question is, where is the consistency? Missouri gets slammed from one person going rogue, no money exchange. Wasn't like Missouri's running a fake university, fake classes like North Carolina. You got Will Wade out here making strong A offers, and kudos to VCU students for the best troll job in college basketball history. Those fans dressing up as FBI agents, offering LSU players on the bench cash. You can't beat that. But it's just a bunch of hogwash. And again, Uros didn't take any money. Probably should have. Here, Uros, I got a couple dollars for you, Ben. Let's give Uros a couple dollars. Tell him you got to pay us back next week, and he'll have a better chance of being eligible after 2 games than not taking any money.
Than following the advice of somebody who he thought had his best interest at heart, but in fact was using him as a ticket to make it big, as a meal ticket.
Man, I saw.
That's what Uros was.
Yeah.
A meal ticket. He had no idea where he was going to play college ball. No idea. He was taking the advice of somebody he should not have been taking advice from.
I mean, I saw a thing where maybe it was Gary Parrish there at CBS. Yeah. There's a chance that James Wiseman will be back on the team with the NCAA's. What's the word I'm looking for?
Like an agreement of sorts, is what
their
I saw.
Blessing, excuse me. With their blessing, they'll come to an agreement. But he'll be back on the court with the NCAA's blessing after all this stuff is cleared out. Because right now, he's kind of bucking the system. And Memphis is saying, forget you. We're going to play him anyways. But I saw something where, like, there may be a resolution. Wait a minute. So he's going to get a resolution? But Uros still can't play. And money was exchanged in James Wiseman's situation and Chase Young's scenario. It just doesn't make sense to me.
And like Chase Young's was such a blimp on the radar. He took a quote unquote loan from what he described as a family friend to fly his girlfriend out to the Rose Bowl. And he paid it back in April, a couple of months later. And he gets 2 games for that. Now, I think it's kind of a blessing in disguise for Chase Young, the fact that he did not have to risk injury against Maryland or against Rutgers, 2 games that Ohio State will and did win handedly, and now he'll be back for Penn State and Michigan. I think it's somewhat of a blessing in disguise that he's not going to get injured in those games and risk being the number 1 overall pick. But still, it's ridiculous. Whereas James Wiseman, I'm sorry, but it does not take $11,000 to move to Nashville. And also Penny, like it's okay. Like I'm cool with giving James Wiseman $11,000.
11.5.
11.5. Sorry.
Actually, in the math world, that's 12,000.
We can round up 12,000. But why didn't you give the money to a legitimate booster and let the legitimate booster write the check for you?
I don't think he knew he was going to be a head coach of Memphis.
That's a fair point. Fair point.
Gary Parrish, Memphis has been in contact with the NCAA and is moving towards a resolution that could soon end the controversy surrounding five-star freshman James Wiseman and his eligibility. While no decision is imminent at this time, the NCAA, Memphis, and Wiseman's family realize that it's in everybody's best interest to reach an agreement rather than to continue high-profile legal battle that's risky on some level for each party. All right. So maybe we should just play Uros, get a lawyer, and just come to a resolution instead of just waiting on the NCAA just to give us an answer. That's what I think we should do. Lawyer up.
I wonder if part of the resolution for Memphis will be that they have to vacate the games that Wiseman has already played in. Now, obviously, they lost to Oregon on Tuesday night, so that one won't make a ton of difference. But these wins over no-name schools, will they have to vacate those as part of an agreement?
Well,
because they're just not going to get away with just giving the middle finger to the NCAA. Obviously, the NCAA wants this to go away because everybody's laughing at the NCAA currently. But they just can't get away with it.
Swain event fueled by Daddy and Barbecue. We'll take our first break of the day here on a Thursday. Stay with us. Be right back.
You don't have to take an L just because you can't listen to the Swain event live. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
The holidays are right around the corner, which means holiday party season will be here before you know it. This year, how about a dead-end rendition on your holiday tradition? Get festive at your holiday party with a catered meal from Dead End Barbecue. Their holiday menu offers traditional dishes with a dead-end twist, like their smoked turkey breast and cornbread dressing. To find out more about how Dead End can help you with your holiday party, give them a call at 865-212-5655 or email catering at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The holiday party menu search is over.
You're driving home, flashing blue lights in your rearview mirror. You pull over, step out of your car, and the next thing you know, you're being arrested for driving under the influence. Now what do? We all should be responsible. But remember, just because you're arrested doesn't mean you're guilty. Call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza at 865-540-8300. The investigative teams at the Garza Law Firm know the justice system inside and out. They utilize cutting-edge technologies and investigative methods to prepare your specific case. Before you plead guilty to any criminal charges, call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza. Put his number in your phone right now, 865-540-8300, because you never know when you or a friend will need it. Don't say guilty. Say Garza. 865-540-8300. 865-540-8300 and GarzaLaw.com.
While the other guys are taking guesses, the Swain event is taking you behind the scenes and in the huddle every morning from 7 till 10 right here.
Gentlemen, are you feeling tired and grumpy? It could be low T, or it could be sleep apnea. Millions of men not only suffer from low T, but also undiagnosed sleep apnea. Low T Center provides a complete health assessment to check all of your levels. And right now, they're offering a $49 home sleep test to find out if you have sleep apnea in the comfort of your own bed. Low T Center makes it quick and easy to take care of your health, and most health insurance is accepted. Call 865-392-1388 or go to lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
When you see the happy face on our truck, you'll be smiling 'cause you'll know that you're in love.
For a limited time only, Hiller is offering 0% interest financing for up to 48 months on qualifying high-efficiency HVAC systems. With no down payment required, expert installations, and convenient monthly payments, now is the perfect time to schedule. Visit happyhiller.com today.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss stem cell treatment and PRP. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
That's right, Jason. We specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints by using ultrasound-guided injections with stem cells or PRP. And this form of treatment actually stimulates the body's own reparative process and allows for healing of the damaged tissue.
So, Doc, what makes your training different than others?
Well, Jason, I've been practicing in Knoxville for 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. So unlike the big seminars that will advertise stem cells, fly someone in for a couple hours to talk about supposed stem cells that you order off of a shelf, then they'll depart, leaving the patient wondering who will be the person injecting me and what their level of training is. At Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own bone marrow stem cells or PRP. So in other words, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, trsportsmedicine.com. East Tennessee's leader in PRP and stem cell therapy.
You're listening to the Swain Event.
And you know this, man.
SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Gino wants to see some hands from Coach Fulmer. That's what it looks like. Man, these are fighting words right here. I'm on 247sports.com here. And Avina Westbrook denied eligibility after UConn appealed the initial decision. That was denied, obviously. And Gino says, it was denied. That's the best I can tell you. And this is what he says about the situation. Quote, well, think about this. A kid is in an environment that's not necessarily healthy, an environment that if you knew what the environment was, which I can't say, you would not want your kid in that environment. And the athletic director there knows it. Okay, he's not going to support her leaving, which would have helped us a little bit. And now her reward is she has to sit at home even when we travel and she can't play. So she should have stuck it out, right? On the NCAA, on what the NCAA can do to help programs and players when looking at these waivers, he says, well, I would like to know why some people do get cleared or get waivers and why others don't. I don't know what the criteria is. They say, well, if you have to have these 5 buckets or whatever the hell they call them, I don't get it. I've said this 100 times. We've had kids leave our program, and I have never failed to support that kid's decision to leave. And they still get denied sometimes. So I have no idea anymore. And you know what? Who does it punish? Who does it punish? It doesn't punish Tennessee. That kid's not going to be there anyways. The only person it punishes when that happens is the kid that's trying to get themselves in a better environment. Asked if he received any feedback on why it was denied, and he said no. On if he had any communication with Tennessee about why it hasn't supported from that end. No. We asked them. They said we've moved on what he meant by the environment that was not healthy in Tennessee. I can't go into that. No, Gino. If you're going to say something about it,
say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest. Exactly. If you're going to bring it up, say it with your chest. Don't just allude to it.
You better bring receipts.
You better say it. Yeah, say it. Go ahead. Because let's say information is leaked out about what was really going on that Gino is referring to, just pay attention. Keep your eyes open. If we start hearing details about Tennessee's culture when Avina was here, guess where it comes from? Just take a guess where it's going to come from.
Gino.
You're going to look right at Gino anyways. You already said it, Gino. So come on, just go ahead and say it. You're already speaking about Tennessee's program anyways. You're speaking about a program that's not yours. That's as worse as Butch Jones trying to coach up Eric Stryker after Oklahoma came in here and beat us, and Butch Jones should have been talking to his own team and himself in the mirror about being a pansy and not going for it on 4th down and 1 with Jalen Hurd. Instead, he telling Eric Stryker not to celebrate. Man, please, get out here and sit down somewhere. You coach your own program. You speak about your own program, not someone else's. But since you want to, and people ask you to go in further detail instead of beating around the bush, you decline. I can't go into that. Nah, man, don't work that way. Say it with your chest.
Here's another thing to consider. Holly Warlick was fired, and shortly after, before Philip Fulmer and the UT administration made a decision on who to hire, Avina announced that she was going to transfer. So Avina announced that she was going to transfer before Kelly Harper was fired, but she did not make a final decision
before Holly was fired
until after Kelly was hired.
Yeah.
So
because they talked.
Yes.
They met, they talked, and then she still decided to transfer. And I don't think Kelly really cared. I think that's what she wanted too.
It was probably a more of a mutual parting of ways than we think. So my point is, Avina announced in between the coaching change that she was transferring. She reconsidered it. She even sat in on Kelly Harper's introductory press conference. If the environment at Tennessee is so bad, why did you consider staying under Kelly Harper? And Gino goes on to talk about he was asked if this is something they've encountered with other transfer players before. He said that most of the times we don't ask. We've had kids transfer in. We don't even bother asking. We just say, okay, you have to sit out a year. Why? Because the reason you left, it doesn't have anything to do with anything. You just decided you didn't want to play there anymore. Avina kind of did that as well. Yes, she is leaving because Holly Warlick in that situation was terrible, but she also considered playing for Kelly Harper. So in a way, she did decide just to transfer because she didn't want to play at Tennessee anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the counterpoint to that would be I can listen. That doesn't mean that I had any intentions on playing. I mean, I can walk into a store with no intention of spending money and just look but not spend anything, or go to a presentation and listen.
Right.
That doesn't mean I intend to spend any money or buy anything. That's probably what I would say in defense of Avina Westbrook. You're already there, and the new coach wants to sit and talk to you. Okay, I don't have any animosity towards you, so yeah, sure, I'll sit and talk to you. I had no intentions on going to Alabama, but after Mike Price is making it rain in the club, and they fired him and brought in Mike Shula, I said, okay, I'm in school, and if you want to show up in Huntsville in a private jet, you want to come to my school and talk to me, I guess. I mean, all right, I'll listen, but I mean,
yeah, and I get that point. But my thing, I guess, if I have that sour of a taste in my mouth towards the basketball program, which is what Avina, Gino, and Connecticut is trying to paint the picture as. If I have that much of a sour taste towards the Lady Vols basketball program, I don't consider returning after announcing I'm transferring, regardless of who the coach is.
Yeah, I understand that. And I want it to be clear. I'm not defending the culture that Holly Warlick allowed here in Tennessee.
It was terrible.
I ain't defending it at all. What Gino's saying, probably right.
You can't defend it.
From things that I know, I'm not defending that. It was terrible. I wouldn't want my kid to play for it either.
No.
Not when Holly Warlick was coaching. Now, it looks different. It looks entirely different right now. Entirely different. So I just don't want Geno to make it seem like the culture is still a problem right now. But I have no problem with Geno saying what he's saying as far as like the accuracy of what he's saying. I'd have a problem with him saying it but not saying it. Nah, man, go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. And if you want to start talking about other people's programs, don't get mad when some people start talking about your program. And just make sure that you've done everything right. Just make sure you've done everything right. That's all I'm saying.
I can't wait to see the article on Yahoo or on Sports Illustrated or on ESPN about some details from the Holly Warlick era. You know it's coming.
It's coming.
You know it is.
It's coming. It's coming.
Geno has already reached out to his favorite reporter and told them, if you put this out here, I'll share some information with you. I'll help you break some news down the road.
So you mean coaches have favorite reporters that they want to get a message out?
Absolutely. And they make deals that if you write this story, I will do you a favor down the road.
Like give you access?
Yes, I will give you more access if you write this story. It happens everywhere. At every university, professional sports, name the team, it happens. I promise you.
Really? I didn't know that.
Now you do.
865-250-503. B Dry Waterproofing Hotline. Oh, man, Around the SEC is coming up next.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
We have all made the mistake of dropping or breaking our smartphones. See? But did you know that you can have it repaired for a fraction of the cost that it takes to replace it? Well, you can, because iDrop is the area's leading mobile repair store, home of the 1 hour or less phone repair, 1 year parts warranty, and #1 customer service. Broken screens, cracked cameras, charging ports, batteries, you break it, we'll fix it. If you didn't break your phone, protect it with one of our leading accessories such as LifeProof, OtterBox, UAG, Incipico, Caseology, and Spec. Visit our West Hills location at 7115 Kingston Pike between Office Depot and Hardee's, or call 865-888-9740 and speak with our trained technicians to see how we can get your phone working today.
You know what? The holiday season reminds me of SEC football. You need touchdowns over turnovers. So let me tell you about my friends who are ready to help. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union is ready to help you make this holiday season special for you and your family. They offer a special holiday loan at a very low interest rate and affordable payment to help you make those purchases for your family this holiday season. Oh, I get it. You're going all out this year. You're going to get that car, that boat, motorcycle, or camper for that special someone in your life. Alcoa 10 has the lowest interest rates around. They have money ready to lend you to help you make this holiday season one you would never forget. The process is fast, easy, and painless, and the decisions are made local, so you gotta give the loan experts at Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union a call, 865-977-3118, or check them out and apply online, atfcu.com. Better rates, better service, Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong. ATFCU is an equal housing lender.
Hey there, Swain Event listeners. It's football time in Tennessee. While you're cheering on the Vols, you might be thinking, I would love to buy a home with a great place to entertain for games. Or maybe you're thinking, I'm tired of hosting all of these people at my house and we don't need all this space anymore. Whatever your plans may be, when you are ready to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, call me, Jennifer Morris, at Keller Williams Realty, 865-694-5904, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com, and go Vols.
Craving flavors that don't take hours in the kitchen? Mrs. Grissom's cheese spreads and chicken salads are the perfect go-to. Ready-to-eat meals and snacks found in the meat or dairy section at your local grocery store. Whether you crave the classic Mrs. Grissom's pimento cheese or the gluten-free select varieties like the cranberry pecan chicken salad, enjoy small-town flavor in every bite. Select the best. Select Mrs. Grissom's.
I'm Vince Moore, wide receiver, VFL 1991, and you're listening to the Swain Event. Around the SEC, powered by 42nd Street Marketing, your game-winning play call for design, marketing, and branding.
All right, it's time for Around the SEC here on the Swain event. Taking a look around the best conference in the land, except when it comes to officiating. That might be the Pac-12, to be honest. The Pac-12 has...
To be honest, all of the leagues stink in officiating.
Yeah, but at least the Pac-12 has started to make the officials accountable for poor outings.
That's true.
We'll say that because now they will suspend an official for a game or two if he has a poor game. So at least they're doing that. SEC, let's do that. Let's move towards what the Pac-12 is doing. But Around the SEC is brought to you by 42nd Street. 42sd.com is website, specializing in print, logo design, and website design. Ben, what you got?
Well, first I was going to add that Greg Sankey did, in his famous press release, did say that they hold the referees accountable, but they do not make that information public as to what their punishment is. So do with that what you will.
Yeah, just like Nick Saban punishes his kids for driving around with guns in Louisiana too.
Right.
Yeah.
VCU, you mentioned it earlier. VCU and its student section full of FBI agents beat number 23 LSU last night, 84-82. And you know what? It's weird. I low-key like LSU football this year because they beat Alabama, but I cannot stand LSU basketball. Like I hate LSU basketball because of Will Wade. I hate him.
I understand.
But VCU beats LSU at home, 84-82. Skylar Mays did have 23 points and had a couple of chances to win at the buzzer, but none of his shots fell. Missouri and head coach Barry Odom said that Kelly Bryant is as close to 100% as he's seen in recent weeks.
He'll get hurt again against Florida.
Yep, and
he stay healthy, man.
Nope, he cannot. He reiterated that he anticipates Bryant playing against Florida and playing well.
Yeah, I hope he plays great.
Then how about a bowl projection for you? I saw where the Athletic had Tennessee playing Wisconsin, and I believe it was the Gator Bowl.
Okay.
That would not be – I don't want anything to do with Jonathan Taylor.
I'm good.
This one I'll take, though.
I'm good. No, I don't think I want to see them boys.
No, I don't want to see Jonathan Taylor. The Music City Bowl, according to Sports Illustrated, will be Tennessee versus Miami. Maybe I'm different, but everybody gets caught up on which bowl. Let me pick between which team we're going to play. That's all I care about. What team is Tennessee going to play? That's what I care about the most.
Does it make me a pansy that I want the easiest game possible?
No, because I want the easiest game possible, and I refuse to believe I'm a pansy. Although some would probably disagree.
I'm still in the phase of, okay, Tennessee is not good enough to be welcoming the best challengers. Like we not Alabama, we're not Florida, we're not Georgia, we're not out here scheduling big time games for the near future. We not ready. We not ready for that right now. Still taking baby steps. So right now, I don't mind shooting on the 9-foot goal.
Or
mind.
dunking on a 8-foot goal.
I don't mind playing on a 9-foot goal right now. When we're ready, then we'll move it up to 10.
Well, I guess you never had to lower the goal. Yes, give us Rutgers. give us Rutgers.
Give us the worst team we could possibly get in the ball game so we can win and get some momentum, recruiting, and then hey, maybe next year or year after that, we'll take on the best of the best. I just want a good record. That's all I care about right now. I guess that makes me a pansy. I don't care.
I'm in the same boat as you. I don't really care where Tennessee plays. Just give Tennessee the easiest matchup. It doesn't even have to be like a easy team or the worst team. Just give us a team that has a poor secondary, so Jawan Jennings, Marquez Callaway, those guys can eat in their final game.
I mean, I just think if Tennessee runs the table, that would be 6 wins out of 7 games. We lost to Georgia State. We want these boys with a trip to Florida. And no offense to Nashville. It's Nashville. It's right around the corner from Knoxville.
Yeah, they can go there anytime they want. You'll be happy to know that on NCAA football, I won Tennessee the national championship last night. Jarrett Garantano had a school record 564 passing yards and 5 touchdowns.
No, that would be good.
Yep.
He ain't getting over 400.
And I destroyed Alabama in the SEC championship game. That feeds into the joke of when Tennessee beats Alabama, turn off the Xbox.
Tennessee fans, leave C.J. Spiller alone. we look silly. Leave C.J. Spiller alone. Leave him alone. Let him enjoy his social media experiences. Leave him alone. Swain Event, be right back.
At work, can't call in? Don't feel bad. You can talk to the guys on the text box. It's part of the free Swain Event app.
There will be partly sunny skies today with a high of 48 and a low of 34. Partly sunny tomorrow with a high near 51 and a low around 30. There's more sun to enjoy on Saturday with highs in the low 50s. Weather on the Swain Event is brought to you by B-Dry. If your basement is wet or cracked, B-Dry can help. BDry.com.
Soreness, bumps, and bruises are a part of everyday life, whether you're a Vol or not. Surgery can be too, even for weekend warriors. Something that can get you back to feeling your best is therapeutic massage. If you've had surgery or are feeling the wear and tear of life, give our friends at In Touch Massage Knoxville a visit. They have a hand-picked staff and offer a clinical focus for folks going through joint replacement and cancer treatment. They serve neurological patients like those being treated for MS, ALS, and Parkinson's. Their staff even includes a lymphedema specialist. Plus, they offer a great relaxation massage. Don't ignore your pain any longer. Let the therapists from In Touch Massage Knoxville help. Located just west of downtown Knoxville at 601 South Concord Street, or find them online at intouchmassagenknoxville.com and on the phone at 865-236-1425.
When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to OFOKnox.com. That's OFOKnox.com.
Do you have sloping or uneven floors, foundation cracks, or a leaning chimney? Do your windows and doors not open properly, or are there gaps where the floor and walls meet? Don't worry, B-Dry offers approved foundation repair solutions like steel I-beams, helical piering, epoxy injections, carbon fiber applications, and more. Make sure that your home is on stable ground with B-Dry. Call them at 865-588-0454 or find them online at bdry.com.
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Don't remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy.
All right, it's time for Attaboy here in the Swain event, highlighting some positivity, positive vibes only. Ben, what we got today?
Man, I have a special Attaboy that I am pumped about.
I'm sure.
The Tennessee Titans signed my man, Kari Blasingame, to its 53-man roster yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that's cool right there, man.
And I could have not been more excited when I saw this on my Twitter timeline yesterday. Kari and I played high school baseball together. Kari also played football, obviously. Went on to play at Vanderbilt. Signed as a undrafted practice squad player.
Free agent.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Undrafted free agent to the Vikings, and then he was put on the practice squad.
Yeah, he had a big preseason. Scored multiple touchdowns in the preseason for the Vikings as a fullback. And then he has been on the practice squad for the Vikings all year. And there's been chatter all season long about maybe teams coming and poaching Kari from the Vikings practice squad to the point to where the Vikings had to give him a raise, pay him more to keep him on their practice squad. So the Titans went out and signed Kari yesterday, the former Vanderbilt fullback running back. The move comes a day after the team parted ways with running back Rod Smith, is what the Titans press release said. So this was really cool. I texted Kari last night and was talking to him. It's funny because Kari was a grade below me, so when I was a senior and he was a junior, he and I were together all the time, and that was also the time in his football career where collegiate offers were coming in or whatnot, and during his spring practice was the spring before James Franklin took the Penn State job. So we were talking about how it's pretty cool that he went from wondering if James Franklin was going to offer him at Vanderbilt to being signed to the 53-man roster for the Titans. So
yeah, he's a cool dude. I met him at your wedding, and my favorite was his reaction when Rocky Top was blaring.
He was not a fan.
No, he was not a fan.
No, but
that's good. That's the way the rivalry's supposed to be. So congratulations to him.
Yep.
Playing for the hometown team, and he's
right.
about an hour and a half away from home. So
yep.
that's awesome for him. Got to give an attaboy to VCU, Evansville, all the underdogs that got the big time win over the last few days. I'm not throwing any shade to Kentucky, LSU, but just merely giving credit to the underdogs because basketball is a game. If you play it the right way, you can beat anybody, and this what makes March Madness so great is you can take a bunch of guys who play the game the right way, who can make shots, who can dribble, and you can go beat a team full of athletes, guys who can run and can jump. And so, attaboy to the mid-majors getting the win over the big-time programs this past week.
That was the theme of Rick Barnes' message following the game on Tuesday night against Murray State, talking about how the young players on the team need to realize that everybody that Tennessee plays this season is capable of beating them. Oh, yeah. And everybody at this level is good. I mean, look at Jordan Bowden. Jordan Bowden was bound for a Murray State type team before Tennessee offered him, and Jordan Bowden is one of the best players in the SEC now.
Also think about this.
And Lamonte Turner as well.
Tennessee has a bullseye on its back.
Mm-hmm.
Not only being number one team in the country for 4 weeks last year, but all that one fly, we all fly, Gator chumping, Grant Williams was doing, all that John that Admiral Schofield was doing, the bravado that this team showed, people ain't forgot about that. Now, Admiral can't be here to, like, defend those actions. They left the boys out to dry. That's like me talking trash. Like, I'll whoop you. Come on, let's do it. You want to fight? Let's do it. That's right. Got my boy Ben with me. Yeah, Ben's gonna ride or die. I'm gonna whoop you. Let's go. Anytime, any place. Just show up. And then the person shows up. I'm like, all right, Ben, you got it.
or you say, Ben, I'll meet you there, and I show up, and you never show up.
Exactly. So, like, Admiral and Grant, they threw the boys out to dry a little bit.
They wrote some checks that they can no longer cash.
So, look at how Murray State played us. They played us like it was their Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They came out intense. They were locked in. They were focused. They were energetic. They were demonstrative. When they were making shots and making plays. And Tennessee was like, whoa, yo, this team really, really wants to beat us.
And it's good enough to beat us.
Yeah, why do you think they really want to beat you? All that Jones you was doing last year. And we, fans, we're part of it too. We was talking trash to everybody. Last year was so fun.
It was so much fun. And I imagine that Murray State, the Tennessee game was probably their biggest game on its schedule. I'm pulling up their schedule right now, but I mean they play Southern Illinois, Missouri State, LaSalle, MTSU, Kennesaw State. Like going to Thompson-Boling is probably their Super Bowl this year. I'm scrolling through the schedule, and I there's not a bigger name on the schedule than Tennessee. So that was their Super Bowl on Tuesday night. Have you seen Durant and Admiral continuing to write checks for Tennessee to cash?
Well, I saw Grant and John Morant had a little fun exchange, but
I think Ja was being serious and Grant was joking. Ja immediately went to the throat and was like, "Y'all wouldn't schedule us when I was there."
Hey, we was too busy scheduling Gonzaga and better teams.
Right.
But I'm glad we didn't get posterized by John Morant. He probably would have dunked on somebody's face.
Yes, he would have.
Tennessee, did not mention enough of this yesterday, but they signed 3 players yesterday for the basketball recruiting class, making the recruiting class top 5 in the country. Keon Johnson signed, Jaden Springer signed, and Corey Walker Jr. signed yesterday. So Rick Barnes getting it done on the recruiting trail. What about recruiting, Deacon?
Kelly Harper even signed 2 players to the terrible, just catastrophic Lady Vols basketball program.
Go to break. Hour 2 is coming up. Stay with us. 865-200-5503. BTR Waterproofing Hotline. Touchdown turnover coming up next.
Touchdown or turnover is up next on the Swain event.
You're driving home, flashing blue lights in your rearview mirror. The next thing you know, you're being arrested for DUI. Be responsible, but remember, just because you're arrested doesn't mean you're guilty. Call DUI and criminal defense attorney Marcos Garza. Put this number in your phone right now, 865-540-8300, because you never know when you or a friend will need it. Don't say guilty, say Garza. 865-540-8300 and GarzaLaw.com.
When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to ofonox.com. That's ofonox.com.
You know what? The holiday season reminds me of SEC football. You need touchdowns over turnovers. So let me tell you about my friends who are ready to help. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union is ready to help you make this holiday season special for you and your family. They offer a special holiday loan at a very low interest rate and affordable payment to help you make those purchases for your family this holiday season. Oh, I get it. You're going all out this year. You're going to get that car, that boat, motorcycle, or camper for that special someone in your life. Alcoa 10 has the lowest interest rates around. They have money ready to lend you to help you make this holiday season one you would never forget. The process is fast, easy, and painless, and the decisions are made local, so you gotta give the loan experts at Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union a call, 865-977-3118, or check them out and apply online, atfcu.com. Better rates, better service, Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong. ATFCU is an equal housing lender.
Touchdown or Turnover is backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Touchdown Turnover, backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong. Better rates and better service. ATFCU.com is the website. It is Thursday, November the 14th. The month is already halfway over.
Is that what you're laughing at?
Yeah, man. The month is already halfway over. We are week 11 in the NFL. Tennessee has 2 more games left. One of those games, senior night, which brings me to my touchdown turnover. And maybe I should wait in 2 weeks, but I'm not going to wait because it's on my brain and I'm about to let it fly. Touchdown turnover. The attendance for senior day will reach more than 95,000. More than 95,000 for senior day. This game will be against Vanderbilt. And I think it's a good time to bring it up because it gives people plenty of time to make plans to be here for senior day and go to the home game, the last home game of the season. The next opportunity you have to tailgate, watch Tennessee play in the stadium will be at the spring game. And even that's not the same as a home real football game. So last opportunity, last home game, it is senior day. And you think about the seniors that have turned it around during their careers, off the field, on the field, and what they have done kind of flipped Tennessee football in the last couple weeks. I think they deserve 102-455, but I'm realistic. I know they're not going to get that. So let's just say 95,000. Touchdown turnover, the attendance, senior day, 95,000 plus.
There should be. It is your last chance to watch Jawan Jennings in Neyland Stadium. It will not be the last time you get to watch Jawan Jennings because that will be in a bowl game after Tennessee wins out. But in Neyland Stadium, it will be your last time to watch Jawan Jennings. It will be your last time to watch Marquez Callaway. It will be your last time to watch Daniel Batuli, Nigel Warrior. There are several seniors that, quite frankly, have earned you showing up to their final home game for you to cheer for them when their name is called over the loud screen.
Are they doing that? Did they? 'Cause I know last year they
did it weird.
The whole line running out, giving the coach a hug, all those things that went out the door, which I'm a fan of, to be honest.
Yes.
But I don't know what they did last year.
They just stood on the sideline and announced their names and then just kind of went on about the game. Hopefully they revert back to the what you were saying is
Why you like that?
It's cool. They get to run through the tee by themselves and get to be honored. I thought it was cool.
Be all emotional before playing a barbaric sport.
Vanderbilt is soft. It will be okay this one time. No,
I ain't talking trash about Vanderbilt.
I'm
until
not.
The game is over.
I'm not going to disagree with you, but I do think it is pretty cool. Honestly, I would maybe just gather the seniors around and ask them what they want to do.
Yeah.
But regardless, I'm going to say turnover. Tennessee will not have 95,000 because that is Thanksgiving weekend, and I think that may handicap some people attending the game. I think it'll be like right at 95,000, like 93, 94, just under it.
Georgia State 85,000, 85.5. BYU 92. Georgia. Let me just go in order. BYU 92,500. UTC 86,000. Even when we played Florida only had 82,000 down there. We played Georgia at home 92.7 to 92,700. At home Mississippi State noon game was 85,500 ish. At Alabama was 101.8. At home, South Carolina, 87.4. UAB, 85.8. Poor Kentucky. At Kentucky was 57,000-ish.
Their stadium was almost sold out.
Yeah. Wow. Tennessee didn't get anywhere close to 95,000 home games this year.
And
the closest was 92.7 against Georgia.
And do you remember how much red was in the stadium that day?
Yeah, I remember.
And
I remember those lights, the Georgia fans, lights on their phones when the fourth quarter came around. Yeah, I'm saying turnover. I don't think it's going to happen either. I agree. They deserve it. It's a good time to start playing some better football. Let's just say that, because attendance is going downhill. Downhill fast. 92.7. That's the largest crowd in the stadium this year. I mean, I understand, but I'm just glad that this team is getting better and the program is looking more and more healthy. Going to the text box this morning. Vol Girl says part of the reason there won't be 95,000 is because there will be a total of 12 Vanderbilt fans that show up. Other visiting teams bring at least a couple thousand. Well, I remember playing against Vanderbilt at home, and the crowd was packed, and Vanderbilt still had 12 fans then. The difference is we've been stinking. Simple as that, and people don't want to watch it. That's one of the reasons. Other reasons is, hey, better options watching at home. You can stream the game. I mean, the fan experience is something that Tennessee wants to improve on and upgrade. So there's a lot of things going to the declining attendance. But for Tennessee fans, I think the main part is them L's we've been taking. Raising ticket prices and losing is not good business. Vols Made in Texas said that's absolutely correct. Somebody on the phone?
Yeah, we got a guy, Rodney.
Rodney, good morning.
Good morning, fam.
What's up, man? You on a roll this week.
I just want to officially change my name for y'all.
You're not gonna call yourself a Dookie Vol, are you?
No, I'm not gonna call it Dookie Vol. That's yesterday.
Because if you call yourself a Dookie Vol, I mean, that sounds.
It's not going down like that.
That sounds weird, man.
No, I'm changing it to Mr. Buckets.
Mr. Buckets. Wait a minute. You still think you can beat me one-on-one?
Oh, man. Anytime you want to pull up in the A, just let me know.
All right, we're gonna head down to the nearest YMCA.
It don't matter. It could be on your court, somebody else's court. The court could be slanted. It won't matter.
Nah, man, I'm not playing on a raggedy court, man.
It don't matter. We can have Arthur Blank build us a court.
All right, we can do it. We can do it. We can play on. You know what? We can play on a raggedy court. We can play on a milk carton as a rim.
It won't matter because your shot gonna be missing. We're gonna put you on the back of the court. On the back. You can't win this one, Swain.
I may be out of shape. That's gonna be the only way
we
you're
both
gonna
out
win.
of shape.
And
if Ben keep eating them biscuits, he's gonna be right there with us.
It's Swain's fault. He drags me every day.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No.
You were already talking about food last segment.
Turned on Batman.
Yeah, I was discussing my lunch plan because I don't eat breakfast, so my first meal is usually like 11, 12, 1 o'clock. So yeah, I'm planning what I'm gonna do for the day. But back to this trash talk, Rodney. If we're both out of shape, how are you gonna beat me on the basketball court?
Cause my shoulders stay loose, baby.
Your shoulders?
My shoulders stay loose, so that jumper's wet.
Rodney, look. Speaking from experience, I have not seen your shot, but I've played Swain a numerous amount of times.
You don't count.
Oh, I count. Swain's shot is the definition of wet.
PlayStation, man.
No. Swain can attest. I got a little bit of game.
You got a little bit of game. Yep.
A little bit. This little bit ain't gonna beat a lot.
Rodney, you don't want these problems, man.
Rodney, you better watch where you're stepping.
Smoke, TP, everything.
Rodney.
I tried to warn you.
I'm letting you know. A hand in the face doesn't even matter.
2 hands in the face don't matter.
Ben, stop co-signing.
Rodney, he's telling the truth, man. This is what I do in my spare time. I go shoot.
I'm trying to help you, Rodney.
This is what I do, man. Like I shoot all the time, Rodney.
You shoot all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
That's gonna make it worse, Swain. Because I don't. I'm just gonna come out of retirement.
All right, man. Let's get it. Next time I'm in the A, I'm hitting you up.
Call me anytime.
What part of Atlanta are you in?
It don't matter.
I need to know, Rodney. The traffic is crazy.
I'm in style. I'll stay in traffic for this. Just put your little bat sign up. I see it.
Okay. Let me Google
Y'all
it.
have a wonderful day and stay blessed.
Did you call just to say that?
That's all. Game on game.
Let me find out. Let me see what Austell is.
I'm in by Six Flags. Exit 1. Exit 44. Thornton Road.
So you over there, huh? Off 20?
Off 20.
Mm-hmm.
They got a gym over there by Six Flags. I'll pay for your admission.
Okay. That's you gonna feel like Tennessee after they paid Georgia State.
No, this check don't ever bounce.
All right, Rodney, you asked for it.
All right, then. Y'all stay blessed.
All right, see you. Rodney, man, why are you doing this to yourself?
I tried to warn him. I tried.
See, when Rodney is at work, I'm in the gym. When the folks at the YMCA see me, they know what's about to happen. They like, I give them that look. They're like, yeah, the gym is clear.
Swain pulls a Tony Allen. If you remember when the Grizzlies were playing the Warriors in the playoffs, Tony Allen decided to walk through a kids' dance during one of the timeouts. There were a bunch of kids dancing during the timeout, and Tony Allen decided to walk through those kids dancing. He was just so locked into the game. Swain will go to the YMCA,
That's not fake
and
news.
there will be a class
No.
doing something, kids doing something, part of some class, and he will shoot amongst the kids that class.
That's not true. That ain't true. I've never done that. Now, what you're talking about is they had this summer camp or something going on. And on the schedule, it says open gym. It didn't say daycare, rugrat time. It said open gym. I come there to get my workout in. So the kids were inside running around, and while the kids were on the opposite side of the gym, I got some shots up. And then the teacher made the kids do some drills full length of the court, so I moved. But I was patiently waiting. Actually, I was impatiently waiting for the kids to move so I could get my so I can get my shots up. That's the story. Ben.
They were playing some game where they had to run along the lines.
Yeah, just all in the way, man. That was clickbait. Kind of like the story about how there was a bunch of complaints about German banks.
Yes.
Must be the bye week. 865-255-03. Who's next?
DR Vol.
DR Vol, good morning.
Good morning, guys. This will be my last phone call for a while, so I got a few questions.
Thank goodness.
I don't know if that's good or bad, DR Vol.
Well, we're flying out to Ben's Dreamland tomorrow, heading to Memphis, flying out to Disney World tomorrow. So I won't be able to. I'll be listening to podcasts, but can't listen live for a little bit.
Did you just pull a Dave Tona?
Yeah, try to.
So you going to Disney World, Disneyland? That's what
Yeah, I've never been, and I'm more excited about seeing my kids get on an airplane than anything. I figure I'll have to give them a value and just calm them down on the plane.
So how long are you gonna be in Disneyland, man?
About a week and a half.
Wow, a week and a how long did you save up for that? About 3 years? You gonna spend a lot of money down there.
Yeah, we got a little bit. Which we're taking our checkerboard overalls. You know, everybody's got to get a picture from that castle. I'm trying to take a sign. I don't know if I'm going to put Kentucky Sucks or what. I thought about maybe at night doing recreating Andy's music video and saying we're going hard in front of it.
We going hard on them. Ooh, fire!
I think you need to change your name to Disney Vol for the week.
Speaking of names, I was wondering why Ben is saying he's a LSU fan, but he doesn't.
DR Vol, man, if you're gonna throw in shade, man, you gotta make sure your service is on point.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's what you get, DR Vol.
Boo.
Like Swain said, you can't call in and throw shade
Boo.
if your service is all jacked up.
Boo.
Give us a call back, DR Vol.
Huh? Call back, DR Vol.
Say it with your chest.
Call back. 865-255-03. Hour 2 is brought to you by Alumni Hall and alumnihall.com. Your headquarters for everything orange and white. Follow them on Twitter at Alumni Hall UT. Be right back.
While the other guys are taking guesses, the Swain event is taking you behind the scenes and in the huddle every morning from 7 till 10 right here.
Hey, it's Chris Lowe of ESPN. And listen, maybe Jason Swain didn't wear number 1 quite as well as the great Leonard Little did at Tennessee, but he is your go-to guy for all things Big Orange. Join us weekly on the Swain event, brought to you by Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine and trsportsmedicine.com.
We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss stem cell treatment and PRP. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
That's right, Jason. We specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints by using ultrasound-guided injections with stem cells or PRP. And this form of treatment actually stimulates the body's own reparative process and allows for healing of the damaged tissue.
So, Doc, what makes your training different than others?
Well, Jason, I've been practicing in Knoxville for 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. So unlike the big seminars that will advertise stem cells, fly someone in for a couple hours to talk about supposed stem cells that you order off of a shelf, then they'll depart, leaving the patient wondering who will be the person injecting me and what their level of training is. At Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own bone marrow stem cells or PRP. So in other words, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, trsportsmedicine.com. East Tennessee's leader in PRP and stem cell therapy.
The holidays are right around the corner, which means holiday party season will be here before you know it. This year, how about a dead-end rendition on your holiday tradition? Get festive at your holiday party with a catered meal from Dead End Barbecue. Their holiday menu offers traditional dishes with a dead-end twist, like their smoked turkey breast and cornbread dressing. To find out more about how Dead End can help you with your holiday party, give them a call at 865-212-5655 or email catering at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The holiday party menu search is over.
While the players are gearing up for the gridiron, it's time for you to get geared up at Alumni Hall. Find the best selection of Nike, Nike Golf, Peter Millar, and all of those retro logos you love. And the 2 for $28 t-shirt deal? Game changer. And don't forget about the rest of your game day crew. There are plenty of options for the entire family and to upgrade that tailgate. Shop now at one of their 6 convenient locations in Tennessee or 24/7 at alumnihall.com. It's football time in Tennessee.
If you aren't following the Swain event on Twitter, then are you even on Twitter? Hit that follow button. It's the right thing to do.
I can't believe Rodney called in just to trash talk about a one-on-one basketball game.
Yeah, Rodney does not know what he is getting himself into.
That's cool though. That's all right. I might go put up some buckets today, man, just to get ready for Rodney, man.
I have beaten you a couple of times in one-on-one, but usually when I beat you, it's probably the 5th or 6th game that we've played.
It's been their only reason, Ben.
Correct.
I get a little winded.
I outlast you just a little bit.
That's all right. I'm about to have a Rocky workout, getting ready for Rodney. Dun, 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 dun. Working out, getting ready for Rodney. I'm gonna print out a picture of Rodney's Twitter, Avi. I'm gonna hang it up in my gym. Working on my game, Rodney. I'm coming for you.
Lost Vol says that he needs a pay-per-view of you and Rodney playing, and that I need to make it happen. I will probably not be with you if this ever happens in Atlanta. So we need to teach the oldest Swain how to Periscope.
She know how to do it.
All right, good.
Yeah, she knows how to do it. Yeah, Rodney, you messed up, man. You messed up. You wrote a check that I know your butt can't cash. Let's go back to DR Vol. Let's see if he is using someone else's phone.
Are we really going back to DR Vol just so he can throw shade at me?
Yes. Yes, we are. DR Vol, good morning.
Well, I won't throw shade at Bayou Ben phone call. How about that?
I'm fine with Bayou Ben. They're the number 1 team in the country.
And they beat Alabama. And we helped them. We helped LSU.
We gave them the blueprint.
Yeah, what was it? LSU TJ Dad or whatever said that we showed the blueprint.
Yeah, and Boogie McFarland. Yeah, I mean we helped LSU.
Marcus Spears illustrated it on Saturday morning on the SEC Nation.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I like Marcus Spears. This is not my question, but why does everybody throw hate at Booger McFarland? I must be an idiot, not know what's bad. I don't think he's that bad on Monday Night Football.
I don't think he's that bad either.
I don't either.
He's just not. He's just not Tony Romo and Gruden, which that's hard to be because those guys were great.
Yeah, I thought that. I sit there and listen to him. I guess it's just fun to hate him, I guess. My question is, since it's a bye week, what are the players doing? I mean, what did you do, Swain, when y'all were off? Because I'm sure they can't go home during the week because of classes. But I saw where one of the coaches said they were going to get back to work end of the week. I mean, are they already game planning for Missouri, or are they going home?
What we did was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays were days that we worked on ourselves, going back to the fundamentals. So these are things that you saw, like drills you would see in fall camp, things that we would go over during fall camp, like how to properly hold a football, how to strip a football. If you're on defense, we would do those things. And then on Thursday, you would have your last practice, and then Friday you would not have practice. Now, Coach Fulmer would say, "All right, guys, you need to go to class on Friday, but guys, like, listen, I'm willing to take the L for any type of punishment for not going to class. I would take the L to be able to leave Thursday and go home. So you have Friday all day at the crib. Yeah, Saturday and then Sunday you had your meetings Sunday night, and then you would go back to work the next morning. So that's kind of how the bye week was handled when I was in school, but I'm not sure how far off that is, but I'm pretty sure it's close to that.
I got you. I didn't know if it was one of those things the coach said you can go home, but they're holding a sign up that says I'll kill you if you go home, or how that works.
That's like that. Well, that's summer workouts. It's like, hey,
okay.
it's voluntary, but it's mandatory. It's voluntarily mandatory. That's what it is.
they're going to volunteer you to stay.
Pretty much during the summer, but bye week is a little bit different. Unless, like, if you hurt, you ain't going home. You got to get extra treatment. So if you hurt, you got to pretend like you're okay. No, I'm okay. But your leg is about to fall off. No, I'm good. I need to go home see my family. I'm all right. I put some ice on it. I'm good.
So when you say they're going to go back to fundamentals, does that mean J.J. Peterson's just going to stay where he's at, stay on the fundamentals?
Hey, man, he went in there when Henry Told went out, and he didn't mess up too bad. Not from what I saw. It wasn't like it was a huge bust or something like that. I mean, he pretty much held his own. So, hey, there's no shame in being number 2 to Henry To'o. That's the next first round pick from Tennessee.
I just hope he gets it. I know. Yeah, I'm sure y'all remember Chris Donald. He's from my area.
Yep.
When he was a big get supposedly, and he never did anything but one thing, and that was the onside kick in 09 versus Bama, and he got that penalty on the onside kick, and that's how I'll forever remember him as a Tennessee ball, screwing up like that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize who he was when I was playing, or even like the year after I played. I realized who he was doing radio, and I would go back and look at some of the top recruiting classes and players from the top recruiting classes, and he was like one of the best recruits ever, and he didn't do anything. Weird.
Nah, well, Huntington doesn't play that best competition from around here anyway.
How dare you better put some respect on Huntington's name.
They're in 1A now, and I'm telling you, they kill everybody during the year. When they get to the playoffs, they get to about third round, they start playing competition. They
Huntington?
Get through.
I thought that was an online school.
Well, guys, I'm going to hop off here. Ben, enjoy Paris, and Swain, you enjoy the weekend.
Thanks.
Speaking of high school football or high school athletics, I think it's kind of funny and little much, but with all the stuff going on with Penny Hardaway and Memphis, I guess TSSAA is going to, and they're thinking about vacating the championship of Memphis East state championship there in the 2017-2018 season. Okay, TSSAA. We hear you, man. We see you. We see you working. We see you, I guess. That makes everyone feel better. Okay. Whatever.
What's the purpose?
I mean, okay. If that's what you want to do. All right. Now, this is an NCAA big issue. He's going to be the first overall pick in the NBA draft. TSSAA, simmer down. Like, come on, man.
I mean, Penny did essentially pay $12,000, as you said, as we round up in the money world, $12,000 for him to transfer from Innsworth to East High School.
I know, but like,
and it was.
Is this going to happen again anytime soon in Tennessee high school history, where you have someone prominent like a Penny Hardaway is going to assist a family from moving to one city to another to where he's coaching them?
No, but the transfers happen all the time, especially in football. You can't allow it to just continue.
I'm not saying allow it. I'm not saying TSSAA is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is this is like a big NCAA issue. It's on ESPN. It's it's going to impact the NBA. And here's the TSSAA with their little one shooter from Harlem Nights. The little one shooter. Come on, man. Anybody thinking about y'all? Poof. NCAA and Memphis, they over here battling with machine guns.
Trading blows.
And here go TSSAA. Poof. The little one shooter. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying that wrong. I'm just like, man, high school championship. Who really cares? But that's just me. Again, people who did not hear that. I'm not saying that they are wrong for punishing, because high school sports has gotten out of control. There's almost as much cheating going on in high school sports as there is in college now. It's getting out of hand.
Might be worse.
It's getting out of hand.
Every high school football season, I hear of multiple kids having to sit out because they quote unquote transferred.
I saw one kid announce his high school that he was going to on Twitter over the summer. Like, he transferred from one high school to another, and he did like an announcement graphic on Twitter. I'm like, dude, this is too much. This is too much. This is way too much for me. Here come Rodney and Austell again. Hunting blows out everybody until they get to South Pittsburgh and then get spanked. You know Rodney's representing for South Pittsburgh. Moose says Pruitt seemed grumpy again at the presser yesterday. Don't you think he should at least pretend to be happy there? Fulmer was was great in those settings. Pruitt has paid a lot of money, and pressers are just part of the gig. I think Pruitt should be a little bit better in his coach's show. It's his show. He is paid a lot of money. That's actually part of the gig more than just doing a routine Monday or Wednesday presser on a bye week. I think it's funny, his facial expressions, even when we win or lose, like how miserable he is. It's funny, but when you truly think about it, it's like, it's your show. It's called the Jeremy Pruitt Show, and you're really making Bob Kesson look like a fool.
Yep.
By how you come across. It's your show. We understand how important recruiting is, and he allowed the assistant coaches to talk to the media, something that he wasn't going to allow at the beginning because he knew it would be an advantage in recruiting. He doesn't seem to be a big Twitter guy, but he understands how important it is, so he has a Twitter account, and there's tweets from his account because why? He understands how important it is for recruiting. It's hard for me to believe that he doesn't think, or no one around him who can tell him thinks that his coach's show is a good look, because everything you do either hurts or helps recruiting. I'm not going to sit here and say that it hurts it to the point where like a kid is picking a school because Pruitt had a cool coaching show, but it's just a little weird. If that's part of my contract, I'm getting paid a lot of money, I would probably handle that situation a little bit better, but that's just me. I don't have a problem with him being grumpy on a Wednesday or a Monday. I kind of like it. I think it's kind of funny. But coach's show, come on, man. You work with Bob Kesson all the time. Don't make his job harder than it need to be. He's on your team. All right, let's go back to the phone.
Chris and JC.
Good morning.
Swain, Ben.
What's up?
Is this basketball game between you and Rodney going to look like Zumba night at the old folks' home?
Probably. I'm going to have my my tube socks, headband, Bengay ready. I'll be ready to go, man.
You know how it is when you walk into the gym and it's old folks' night and they got the 5-pound weights trying to move them?
Yeah. It won't be that bad, but close.
Hey, on a serious note, guys, has Daniel Batuli played his way into the second day of the NFL draft?
I think it depends on his combine numbers, but his play on the field, yes. Let's think about this. because I remember my words exactly about a former Tennessee linebacker who was probably as athletic as Dane Batuli. They might be same. Dane may be a slight more athletic, or this guy may be a slight bit more. I don't know, but there's not a huge gap. That is A.J. Johnson. Because remember the criticism of A.J. Johnson from the NFL side in his junior year is he made a lot of tackles when guys basically ran right to him. They wanted to see him make more plays behind the line of scrimmage. At the beginning of the 2014 season, he was doing more and more of that. And then, unfortunately, he had to sit out for the rest of the year because of the accusation from the young lady. And then he got acquitted and found innocent or whatever, and now is in the NFL. But A.J. Johnson wasn't supposed to be making the plays he's making in the NFL because of lack of athleticism. Well, Dane Batuli, they kind of remind me a lot of each other. And if A.J. Johnson can make it in the league and play in the league, why can't Dane Batuli?
I think one of the things that benefits him so much is he's got that football IQ.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you play for a guy like Jeremy Pruitt, you got to have it to play his defense. You got to have it.
Hey, last thing, and I'll get off here and listen to you guys. So it seems the past 4 or 5 games, the pure football coach and Jeremy Pruitt and the other coaches has really came out with not only the halftime adjustments, but the in-game adjustments. It kind of gives me hope that Pruitt could be the guy to get us back where we need to be. I'm not saying he is, because being the head coach is a lot more than just in-game adjustments. But does it seem like the players are maybe not buying in more, but willing to go full throttle whenever Jeremy Pruitt says change it to this play or something like that?
The players are buying in. Here's the thing I worry about with Jeremy Pruitt is obviously that deal with him and Tyson Helton wasn't great, and I don't care what it said publicly. It wasn't great, and you don't want that to be that narrative of you being hard to work for to be the narrative amongst college coaches, because you want to be able to attract good coaches, and you shouldn't have to attract them by overpaying them. Jim Chaney's worth every single penny, but you don't want to get to a situation where you have to pay folks Kevin Sherritt money, $700,000 for what?
Nothing.
You don't want to have to overpay dudes because you're hard to work for. You want to be a place where guys are like, man, that's a place. It's a positive atmosphere. It's a positive environment. Yes, it's an SEC. There's a grind, but I enjoy working with him, and he's gonna help me get to the next level. That's what Jeremy Pruitt needs to make sure that he can do. He has made adjustments. Here's a good thing about Pruitt. He'll take advice. His ego's not big enough to where he won't admit that he's wrong, and his ego's not big enough to where he won't listen to people, and he'll make adjustments. He's done that already. That's the good thing about Pruitt. So that's one thing I'm monitoring, and how he handles, the money people, because they want to be talked to, they want to be entertained, and if you're not winning all the games, then you can't walk in like Nick Saban and tell them how it's going to be. You can't do that, and that's not something that Pruitt always needs to do. Like, our money people need to kind of get over themselves too, and not have such a big ego. Understand that we appreciate your money, but that doesn't mean that
you can make decisions.
That doesn't mean that the coach needs to do a dog and pony show for you every time you give some money. He got things to do. We appreciate your money, but here's what he's doing with his time. He's trying to build a champion. That doesn't mean you get a chance to take him out on the lake or the boat or something like that. You don't have to do that all the time. So I guess my point is Pruitt is learning and doing a really good job of being a head coach outside the X's and O's. Something Chris Lowe mentioned yesterday was how he handled Jared Gantano. The reaction folks gave when Pruitt had something nice to say about Jared Garantano? Oh, my gosh. Pruitt's not going to last here because he's being nice to one of his players publicly. Why is he saying that? He should be saying what we're saying. He should be talking about his parents and calling out his name and being ridiculous. Why is Pruitt not doing that? Because you don't throw your player under the bus publicly. You may still need him. You don't want to crush his confidence. Sorry, Alvin4728 on Twitter. Like, Pruitt's not going to say the same thing that you say. So Pruitt growing as a head coach, man. Really, 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 really impressive, and it's kind of easy to see. All right, go back to the phones.
Got Dave Toner.
Dave Toner, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
What's up?
Excuse me. All right, Swain.
What's up?
I'm going to call winners.
Say that again.
I'm calling winners.
Okay. You're more than welcome to do that.
Between you and Mr. Austell.
You can do that. That's gonna be easy.
I'm going to just tell you, I'm going to beat you first step, and don't put that ball on the floor.
No, I don't do much dribbling.
Well, that's good, because I'm going to take it from you.
I ain't got time for that, man.
I'm going to take it from you.
Too much energy goes into dribbling.
So, D.R. Vol, I think that's a little weak on his end. When I went to Jamaica, I took you guys international.
That's right. That's right, Dave Toner. Call D.R. Vol out for being a bum.
Get him.
A lazy bum and not committed to the Swain event.
Drag him.
That's right. That's right.
He's not a true Swain event listener if he's not willing to call in on his vacation.
Yeah, he's not a true traveler. He's not a Vol traveler.
That's right.
But, D.R. Vol, if you're listening, I'm also going to be in Disney on Sunday, so look for the bright orange.
Wait a minute. You say another vacation?
It's not a vacation. It's just 45 minutes up the road.
It's like us going to Gatlinburg.
I'm tired of you, Daytona. You having more fun?
Swain, I got 14 grandkids, man. I'm always on the go.
Now, you're right. You deserve it. You got 14 grandkids. You deserve it. You deserve vacation every week then, since you mentioned that.
I'm saying. I need a vacation from vacation.
You do. 14 grandkids, because I'm pretty sure a couple of those grandkids want to go with you on vacation.
That's right. One of them grandkids is going to play for the University of Tennessee in a few years.
I mean, you got 14 of them. You got a good chance at least one of them.
Yeah. I just hope I ain't paying for the other 13.
I understand that. Question for you. What's your grandpa nickname?
Pap Pap.
Pap Pap.
I like it.
Pap Pap. How we spelling that?
P-A-P. P-A-P.
Pap Pap. Yeah. All right.
Now, do all 14 call you that?
They all call me that.
I like it.
Well, my grandson that I said will be playing at Tennessee, he just turned 15, so he's trying to get away with calling me Pap sometimes, but I let him have it every once in a while.
Pap Pap.
He don't want to be around his football teammates and say, "Hey, Pap Pap," so he'll say, "Hey, Pap."
Yeah, that ain't cool, man. He's 15 now. He got to sound cool with it.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I just wanted. I wasn't going to call in, but D.R. Vol, man, you got to step up, brother.
I know, man.
He's weak.
Call him out. All right. See you later.
Don't worry about what your wife says. Don't go to the bathroom and call in from the bathroom.
That's right. You're right. Pap Pap. Laying it down for you, D.R. Vol. You got owned by Pap Pap.
You got drug.
Let's go back to the phones and let's bring in Andy. Andy, good morning.
What's up?
What's up, Andy, man? You hype, man.
Somebody's awake this morning.
You talk all that smack, D.R. Vol. You know, D.R. Vol's a bunch of talk. But anyway, let's get off he ain't a waste of my time.
Rap beef.
Get him.
D.R. Vol, he's just an old paintball. He just thinks he's from the 865. What? I just told him he ain't alive. He ain't going
rip him, baby, rip him.
You don't want it. You want me to grab the truck?
Ooh.
What? That's just a stupid G.I. Joe.
Ooh.
All right, I'm going on that. Let's go on what I was calling about.
Don't do it to him.
Jeremy Pruitt yesterday, well, it's actually Saturday, when he talked to the team, I'll tell you what, I can't get them players fired up. I don't know what will, but it seemed to work.
Hey, ain't nothing like being fired up on a bye week.
I mean, it's just, and Niedermeyer, I mean, it's no wonder he's recruiter of the year. Man got the barrel on the desk and gonna take a picture of it. Like, he's letting them know, I'm the man.
That's exactly what he did.
But I'm excited about this week because we really needed it. But to me, Missouri, I don't think it's going to be a problem like everybody thought, because Kelly Bryant really hasn't shown like he did at Clemson. It's like he backstepped. But that's okay. We want him to backstep. If anything, he can do the Michael Jackson moonwalk, and we'll watch it all day, because we're going to mow his hind end next Saturday. He don't think so, probably. But he better remember he ain't got just one. He's got about 4 coming at him at once.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. As Flavor Flav says.
Yeah, boy. That's right. That's right, Andy. That's right. Throwing out them rap disses today.
I had fun, y'all. Take it easy.
All right, see, I don't know how D.R. Vol can walk right now. I mean, after the attack from Dave Tona and Andy with the freestyle shellacking he just took.
Oh, he called him a G.I. Joe.
That's right. You a G.I. Joe, D.R. Vol. That's right. What you gonna do now for the rest of the day, D.R. Vol? There's no way you can think straight.
I think D.R. Vol needs to cancel his trip to Disney after these last couple of minutes.
Cancel your trip. You better get into the booth. You better get you a pad and pen and get the writing, buddy, because he just ethered you. He just destroyed you. All right, let's go back to the phones. Turkey Man, good morning.
Good morning, individuals.
Good morning.
How we doing this morning?
We're entertained.
I heard that rapping going on. I can't do that. But I was thinking as they was talking, not throwing shade on D.R. Vol, because I love D.R. Vol.
Turkey Man just said shade.
Yeah, I know. But I have taken this Swain event family to the Outer Banks. I chased a many a turkey and been on top of the mountain so I could reach you guys. But even took him to Dollywood a time or two. So at least if you're going to do and be a family, you need to do more than listen to the podcast. Call in every once in a while. Let us know you're living. And but I was going to ask you a serious question. I thought it was anyhow about the playoffs. Playoffs. And I know that we're getting there, and we're going to have to be thinking about that, and going to have to learn about how the process takes out. Because last time we was in the playoffs, it was the BCS, and we kind of had that down. But I'm wondering about this situation with Alabama. I mean, the quarterback's hurt. Yeah, I think he played pretty good, but anyhow, they're going to be able to set out the rest of their quarterback probably till they play the Iron Bowl, if they choose to.
Mm-hmm.
They win out, and let's say LSU wins out,
mm-hmm.
And Georgia, which would be, that'd be the place we would probably be in right now in Georgia's feet here, or their situation. They are going in, and they got beat by South Carolina,
mm-hmm.
which ended up being, we beat them worse. They're probably worse than South Carolina's been forever. But they took a really bad loss. But let's say that's their last one, and they go in, and given the scenario, they win out. Now you got Alabama there that just lost to the number 1 team. You got Alabama that's been every year, you got Alabama that's healing up, and they would be the number one team in the country because they've done this before, set out and go in. How do you feel to play out? Follow that process, different scenarios, so that we can kind of get coached up in this recruiting, since we're a bye week and we can't really get in on it. But we're going to have to be thinking about these things, guys. We're going to have to be educated.
Turkey, man, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I need a compass right now. I'm lost. I don't know where I am. If I need to follow, I don't know where I am right now. Do I need to follow the Drinking Gorge, or I need a compass? I'm lost, Turkey, man. MapQuest, Waze. I need some navigation. I'm lost. I don't know where I am right now, Turkey, man.
What I'm trying to say is, if we was in Georgia's shoes, because we are in the East, that's where we want to be. We want to be where Georgia should be able to be in as the competing for the SEC championship. But Georgia has a bad loss. How is Georgia going to get to the playoffs? And will Alabama get to the playoffs?
Georgia will get there if they beat down LSU.
If they win out,
and beat down Auburn. I think having some dominant wins would impress the voters. I mean, there's still a human element, and how you play is important. Drinking gourd. That's old school right there. Y'all don't know about that. Man, you don't know about that.
I know all of that.
You don't know nothing about that right there, man.
Georgia will make the playoffs if they win out. Alabama will not make the playoffs unless just absolute chaos happens. Because we can talk about Georgia's bad loss, but the committee has shown that they care more about the wins than the losses, which is why Georgia is in over Alabama right now, because Georgia has beaten Florida and Notre Dame. Alabama's best wins are against Texas A&M and Tennessee.
I still think it's important for Georgia to play well, not just good enough to win, but play very, very well, and don't have to beat the team by 30 or 40 points, but very convincing wins I think will help them.
Absolutely.
Just squeaking by, because you're not just competing against teams in the SEC for that one of those 4 spots. You're competing against Oklahoma, 1 loss. They play in championship games. You're competing against other teams too. I believe that even if they were to squeak by, they would still get in. But why leave it to chance? If you're Georgia, just play really well and win, and I think, like you said, they'll be there. I need to recover from Andy's freestyle. I got to change out my earbuds because they're on fire right now, and my ears are burning. Just straight fire from Andy. D.R. Vol over here on the text box. He can't call or respond. D.R. Vol is barking from outside the fence right now. Andy got him scared. He got him shook. Ain't no way. Ain't no such thing as halfway crook. The 8-mile Swain event rap battle continues after this.
You don't have to take an L just because you can't listen to the Swain event live. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
There will be partly sunny skies today with a high of 48 and a low of 34. Partly sunny tomorrow with a high near 51 and a low around 30. There's more sun to enjoy on Saturday with highs in the low 50s. Weather on the Swain event is brought to you by B-Dry. If your basement is wet or cracked, B-Dry can help. BeDry.com.
B-Dry is celebrating 60 years of protecting homes across the U.S. They are the basement and crawl space experts. There has been historic rainfall in East Tennessee recently. If you are experiencing wet foundation walls, puddles on your floor, or water where your floor and wall meet, then you should call B-Dry. They have over 500,000 customers nationwide. B-Dry gives free estimates for all homeowners, financing is available, and if you mention the Swain event, B-Dry will give you $500 off a full perimeter basement waterproofing solution. Wet basement? Better call B-Dry, 865-588-0454 or online at bdry.com.
We all know that Vol Nation is all over the country. Traveling to games is a fun time for the entire family, but deciding where to stay can be a bit stressful. That's where the Big Orange faithful at the Hampton Inn downtown come in. General Manager Stephen Lawrence and his team go over and beyond to make sure that you have the best stay in their brand new rooms. They have the cleanest rooms in the game, which include flat screen, microwave, and fridge. Not to mention breakfast is included in the room rate. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the best part. The Hampton Inn downtown is less than a mile from Neyland Stadium. While you're planning your game day trips, be sure to check out Hampton Inn online at hamptoninn.com and search Knoxville. Book Hampton Inn downtown today.
Hey, Mr. Max, you heard the lowdown? Nah, homie. Give me the word on what's going on. Tell him what it is, Big Will.
Mac, now the lowdown is no money down, only at the new Open Franklin Motors in Alcoa. No money down at the new Open Franklin Motors in Alcoa. Not $1,000 down, not $100 down, not even a nickel down. Low down, no down, only at the new Open Franklin Motors in Alcoa. 2 minutes from the airport, so fly on down to the new Open Franklin Motors next to Walmart, home of the original low down, no down payment. That is, why would you buy from anywhere else when you know we gonna get you done? Good credit, bad credit, slow credit, we will get you approved. So come on down to 911 Louisville Road, the new Open Franklin Motors next to Walmart, or call 865-980-8216. Turn down for what?
You don't have to take an L just because you can't listen to the Swain event live. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
Rap battle of the year in the Swain event, 8 Mile. So Andy, in the 2002 great movie of the 8 Mile featuring Eminem, Andy would be Eminem in this situation. DR Vol will be Papa Doc in the final scene. And I will be Future. I will be the MC. Notice Future in that song, he has dreads. This is a dream of mine, to have dreads. And Andy just came on this show and just dropped the mic on DR Vol. And DR Vol, just like Papa Doc and 8 Mile, is left speechless. Hate to see it. You just hate to see it. 865-250-503, B-Drive Waterproofing Hotline. Y'all ain't right. Pickle says, there's no way I can follow Andy. He's spitting them hot bars and got that boss swagger. South Kakalaki Vol says, the diversity on the Swain event family, other Swain event family is great. LOL, I love it. And Pickle said, Vol Storm is Cheddar Bob. Vols Bay, Texas says, Funk Master Flex Andy. Oh. Vols Bay, Texas says Tennessee, Illinois in the Gator Bowl? Question mark. Yeah, give me Illinois. I know they beat Wisconsin, but you know, give me Illinois. I'll take that. Cool little storyline. Lovie Smith was assistant coach on Johnny Major's staff before going on and eventually being the head coach of my Chicago Bears.
Also 0-1 in the Super Bowl.
0-1 in the Super Bowl. Yep, he is. Give me the Illinois matchup all day long. I want an easy opponent for Tennessee in the bowl game. I'm not ashamed of it. I don't care. I will dunk on a third grader in a second and not feel bad about it. Who cares? Tennessee needs an easy opponent for the bowl game. Hour 3 is coming up around the corner. Hour 2 is brought to you by Alumni Hall and alumnihall.com. Wow. What an hour. Hour 3 around the corner.
For what is coming up on the Swain event. Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
While the players are gearing up for the gridiron, it's time for you to get geared up at Alumni Hall. Find the best selection of Nike, Nike Golf, Peter Millar, and all of those retro logos you love. And the 2 for $28 t-shirt deal? Game changer. And don't forget about the rest of your game day crew. There are plenty of options for the entire family and to upgrade that tailgate. Shop now at one of their 6 convenient locations in Tennessee or 24/7 at alumnihall.com. It's football time in Tennessee.
You know what? The holiday season reminds me of SEC football. You need touchdowns over turnovers. So let me tell you about my friends who are ready to help. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union is ready to help you make this holiday season special for you and your family. They offer a special holiday loan at a very low interest rate and affordable payment to help you make those purchases for your family this holiday season. Oh, I get it. You're going all out this year. You're going to get that car, that boat, motorcycle, or camper for that special someone in your life. Alcoa 10 has the lowest interest rates around. They have money ready to lend you to help you make this holiday season one you would never forget. The process is fast, easy, and painless, and the decisions are made local, so you gotta give the loan experts at Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union a call, 865-977-3118, or check them out and apply online, atfcu.com. Better rates, better service, Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong. ATFCU is an equal housing lender.
You're listening to the Swain event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com.
(865-255-03B) Dry Waterproofing Hotline. It appears that DR Vol is taking the Drake route of not responding to a diss. DR Vol, you'll have to think about this your whole time at Disney World. Getting owned by Andy. On 8 Mile, Eminem's character was named B-Rabbit. But Andy, he's A-Rabbit.
I think what should happen is that
Tricks are for kids.
For Tennessee Vanderbilt, for the Tennessee Vanderbilt game, we should have a rap battle outside of Gate 21 between DR Vol and Andy. We know Andy will be there. I think DR Vol may have mentioned that he might be in attendance.
Yeah, he's coming. Yeah.
We should make it happen. A rap battle between Andy and DR Vol outside of Gate 21 before the Tennessee Vanderbilt game.
And the recruits got to judge it.
Yes. Andy can get all of his recruiting friends to come over and judge it.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
And then you know what that would lead to, right? Andy would definitely try to fight DR Vol.
A pickle call for Storm Cheddar Bob. Oh, man. Who's on the phone?
Devontae, who has been holding patiently, and Volstorm.
Devontae, good morning, sir.
Good morning, fella.
How you doing, man?
Is this the Swain intramural show? Or is this the Swain rap battle? Which one I called into? We talking about one-on-one basketball, or we talking about adding in them nasty skills, baby?
This ain't that 8 Mile. This is the 98th mile. Golly. The 98th mile. That was the year.
Oh man. Then you got hey, my question is, man, Dave Toner, I hope you listening, Dave Toner. Cause I got a bone to pick with you. I'm starting to think you a kingpin, fella. You ain't been at work not one day you called in, man. What is he doing?
Hey, I'm not in this, man. Pat, I'm not in this, man. I ain't got nothing to do with this. This is Devontae.
Devontae, who is from Memphis and lives in Huntsville.
Yeah, Huntsville. I'll give you his address. I'm not in this.
He's in North Huntsville.
I think he a kingpin or something, man. He done been to the Bahamas. He done been fishing when it was 64 degrees. When it was 74 degrees in Florida. Yeah. Now he going to Disneyland to meet who? Who he gonna meet? DR Vol.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
You might have a point there.
He like Tommy, ain't he?
He might be he might be on FBI's most wanted list, man. He might have a point there. But again, I'm not in it. Pat. I ain't snitching. That's Devontae. Devontae snitching on you, not me.
Devontae, all I know is Dave Toner called right back in when you said something. So if somebody starts following you around this afternoon, you might want to contact the authorities.
All my doors are anti-lock, baby. When I get in, it locks.
And Devontae, for the record, out of all of the Swain event listeners, because you were from Memphis, I would pick you in a rap battle.
Yeah, I got you. You know what's crazy? You can YouTube Fame Cash. I got a whole lot of stuff that'll pop up. I just stopped rapping about 3-4 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Once I had my daughter, I was like, it's time to get a new profession. So
slide in my DMs and let me know the name so I can check it out.
Oh yeah. I'll send you a couple links. I actually send you my name so you can just type it in and on YouTube, and a lot of stuff should pop up. I got like 3-4 mixtapes. I was actually signed to a management deal in 2014 or 15. It was a bad contract though.
Okay, all right. We got to check you out. I feel like our show turned into the Fun Bomb show. We got some caller on caller shade going on here, man. We got Dave Toner calling out DR Vol, Andy throwing shade at DR Vol, then you throwing shade at Dave Toner, and Dave Toner calling back. Oh, what a
Andy throwing shade at DR Vol.
What a show!
Hey, the best callers in the world, baby. I know. Yesterday, I heard I was voted #1 by everybody. At one point in time, I sure appreciate y'all, because without y'all, I wouldn't be here today. And I'm just gonna keep calling and giving y'all all I got every day, and showing y'all we the best fan base in the world. And I just appreciate everything that y'all do for me, Swain and Ben. Just get emotional.
Sorry,
I never been #1 ranked before. I know I'm probably 10 by now because my Memphis love, but.
Oh, yeah. You're on our bad side, Mr. I wear blue and orange at the same time when Tennessee and Memphis are playing.
Now, see, you can't wear it at the same time because people might assume you're a Florida fan with that royal blue and that orange on. People get to tripping. So you got to know, you got to do it real fine. You got to wear the long sleeve Memphis Tiger stuff, and up under it, you got to wear the white and orange. You can't just wear the bright orange under the blue because then you get to mixing up teams. So you got to be very precise with this. See, I've been doing this for a minute now. See, but honestly, I got more Tennessee Vols stuff than any sports team that I enjoy. Any one of them. Now I'm a Tennessee everything. Predators, Redbirds. You call it.
That was
I'm a Tennessee fan, man.
But you wear Memphis stuff over the Tennessee gear.
In basketball season.
Oh, Lord.
But
it's still football season.
It's still football season. So every day I go to work, I got my Tennessee orange on, my bright orange hat, my Tennessee Power T black dry fit hoodie, and my Tennessee Power T gloves that's cotton with the big T on top of it. I got so much Tennessee stuff, you know. I'm showing y'all my love for Tennessee. You know, Jason Swain, back in my high school days, I used to have you winning Heisman after Heisman after Heisman.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
You should get paid for your likeness.
I'm getting you off the phone. Get out of here, man. Let's go back to the phones this morning. 865-255-03. Dude, I see the same names over and over again. People calling back.
We're gonna go back to Dave Toner and skip over Volstone for a minute so he can retort.
We forgot about West Rucker today, man.
No, it's 9:15.
We're supposed to be calling it 8:15.
Oh,
we got these rap battles going on. We forgot about West. Golly, who's next?
Dave Toner.
All right, Dave Toner. Dave Toner's back. Good morning.
Hey, just a little. You know, I don't even feel like I need to give Tony the Tiger any explanation what I'm doing.
He said Tony the Tiger.
Oh man.
But just so he knows, I'm not making money every day. Every day I'm listening and talking to y'all, I'm bringing in that bank.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
I ain't got enough bank to carry 2 different school colors though.
Ooh.
But anyways, gentlemen, he called me out, so I had to call back.
You got him. You got him. You still did not defend his accusation though, so I'm just gonna keep it moving.
Did not deny it.
I'm just gonna keep it moving. Let's get to Volstorm. Volstorm, good morning.
What in the hell has this show devolved into?
It's the bye week's fault. I'm blaming the bye week. You know, see what had happened was, you know, Tennessee, we played 3 games in 13 days. And, you know, Bean has never flown on a flight. He's never been on an airplane before.
I went on my honeymoon.
You know, he 3 games in 13 days. We're just tired.
Hey, and if anybody is Cheddar Bob, it would have to be Andy's sidekick, VFL Breezy.
Oh, man. I got to get back talking sports soon, guys. I mean, y'all do a story
Speaking
on
of
the show.
sports, so down in Atlanta, we're setting up the KOC Bengay Classic.
Yeah, it may be,
With
man.
you and Rodney?
It may be.
Why does Bengay have to sponsor it?
Why not?
Because he old.
I think it's a great tie.
I figured we could get Dead in to supply some catering, have some tailgate beforehand.
Yeah, the last thing Swain and Rodney need is to go out there and play some basketball with some baked beans in their stomach.
No, we good on that. We don't.
It ain't for them; it's for us.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Fair point.
That's right.
Touche.
We'll make a thing of it.
Oh my goodness!
Rodney started something.
Yeah, Rodney started something, and evidently DR Ball and Andy decided to take it to another level.
Yeah, Devontae and Dave Toner.
We had 3 beefs this morning. We have a Swain Rodney beef. We have a Dave Toner Devontae beef. And then we have an Andy D'Arval beef.
Yeah, Andy actually blocked D'Arval. And Andy
he blocked me too.
Yeah, Andy blocked you. And here's a person, Andy, you must unblock. And I don't know why you got Casey in South Carolina blocked. You got to unblock her. She's the sweetest. She's the best. Her jokes are funny. You got to unblock her. I don't know what she said to get blocked, but you have to unblock her. You don't block Casey. That's a rule.
She must have said something crazy about him saying Tennessee was going 11-1.
Probably. Oh man.
Is Andy going to bring his going to show up at gate 21, bring his prison shank with him?
I don't know, but I got a bigger question for you.
Yeah.
I know I may look like Charles Barkley at times, but you, my friend, really are Charles Barkley because you are a role model. Because we had a listener who tweeted that her 3-year-old son, a 4-year-old son, yelled out, "See ya, boys," while listening to the show. How you feel about that, Barkley?
I am not a role model.
We know.
In the immortal words of Charles Barkley, right. I am not a role model.
That's right. That's right. All right, I gotta get back to sports.
Listen, at this point, anytime anybody listens to the show, there should be a parental advisory.
That's true. That's true.
Just go ahead and put the sticker on your mobile device.
That's true. That's true. I'm surprised people listening right now, man, especially when you call in. You never know what you might say.
Oh, man, you don't want none of this.
Pap.
Do you have any sports-related comments?
This is a sports show.
I did. I talked about Swain's basketball invitational.
His celebrity basketball game, the Hollywood event.
We got to talk about sports. We forgot about Wes Rucker. He's been sitting by the phone.
Forget about Wes Rucker.
He's been sitting by the phone for the last hour waiting on our phone call.
Sleep. Nobody cares.
You don't want to hear from Wes?
No, I don't.
Come on, man. Wes got all the information that you need to live out your day today.
Well, but we've already had Austin Price and we've already had Chris Lowe, so we've got all the pertinent information.
Well, info changes all the time. We're calling Wes. We're getting off the phone with you Have a good day. Do you have
Hey, before I go, instead of Andy spending all of his money in the studio, he needs to spend it on his T-Mobile bill and find out what's wrong with his service. See you, boys!
See you, boys!
See you, boys. I think that needs to become a hot liner. A liner.
Oh, man. It will be. All right, we got to take a break. We're going to try to call Wes. He's probably mad at me because I didn't call him when I said I was supposed to. It's all Andy's fault, and it's all D.R. Vall's fault, and Dave Tona and Devontae's fault. Andy's freestyle, it melted the clock. We just lost time. We didn't know what time it was. All the clocks in the studio are damaged now, thanks to Andy. It's spitting hot fire. We'll try to get on the phone with Wes Rucker and get back to talking sports. You know the reason why you listen to this show. Swain Event, be right back.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
The holidays are right around the corner, which means holiday party season will be here before you know it. This year, how about a dead-end rendition on your holiday tradition? Get festive at your holiday party with a catered meal from Dead End Barbecue. Their holiday menu offers traditional dishes with a dead-end twist, like their smoked turkey breast and cornbread dressing. To find out more about how Dead End can help you with your holiday party, give them a call at 865-212-5655 or email catering at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The holiday party menu search is over.
Soreness, bumps, and bruises are a part of everyday life, whether you're a Vol or not. Surgery can be too, even for weekend warriors. Something that can get you back to feeling your best is therapeutic massage. If you've had surgery or are feeling the wear and tear of life, give our friends at In Touch Massage Knoxville a visit. They have a hand-picked staff and offer a clinical focus for folks going through joint replacement and cancer treatment. They serve neurological patients like those being treated for MS, ALS, and Parkinson's. Their staff even includes a lymphedema specialist. Plus, they offer a great relaxation massage. Don't ignore your pain any longer. Let the therapists from In Touch Massage Knoxville help. Located just west of downtown Knoxville at 601 South Concord Street, or find them online at intouchmassagenknoxville.com and on the phone at 865-236-1425.
Due to a special purchase, Beatty Chevrolet has over 100 pre-owned crossovers and SUVs at tremendous savings during the $1 Million Markdown event. 100 crossovers and SUVs from Chevrolet, Ford, Nissan, Volkswagen, Toyota, Honda, Mazda, and more. All makes and models starting at $89.95. And we'll buy your vehicle on the spot. Plus, get the Beatty warranty for life during the $1 Million Markdown. Only at Beatty Chevrolet in Knoxville or shop BeattyChevrolet.com. Sale prices plus tax, title, and license.
Do you want a custom-themed tumbler or bottle to show off your team spirit every day of the week? Then look no further than Game Time Sidekicks. All of their bottles and tumblers are double-walled, vacuum-insulated stainless steel, and their quality is second to none in the tumbler market. New this year are their stemless 12-ounce tumblers, perfect for repping your team while enjoying your favorite wine. They also have new 3-in-1 jackets to use as a koozie for a can or bottle, or you can pop a lid on it and use it as a 12-ounce tumbler or coffee cup. Be sure to check out everything Game Time Sidekicks has to offer at GameTimeSidekicks.com. Game Time Sidekicks, helping fans show your colors and carry your team with unique gear you will actually use.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. And it is time to get back to sports. I just want to apologize to our next guest, our guest of the day. That is Wes Rucker, Go Vols 24/7. Wes, good morning, sir.
Good morning, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. What happened? I know we were supposed to have you on the 8:15, but we had 3 calls in 13 minutes. 3 games in 13 days, 3 shows in 13 days, and we just kind of We kind of got lost in the sauce with a couple phone callers. We had a couple rap battles that we had to officiate. It got crazy on the Swain event today.
Hey, man, we've all been there.
We have.
I think
been
so.
there too?
Maybe. I mean, something like that.
Oh man, Wes, I've asked all of our guests this week pretty much the same question about the quarterback situation and what they would do next weekend on the road against Missouri. Who do you start at quarterback and why?
Yeah, it's a really good question, Swain. I mean, I've always been kind of a guy who says if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the quarterback situation, so at this point I don't know why you wouldn't go ahead and start Garantano. If he's been the guy who's been playing the best of all your guys for, I guess, more than a month now for the most part, I think you kind of have to go in that direction, right? But, if it were any other position on the field, or any other sport, I would say go ahead and just keep doing what you've been doing. But at some point, it just looks to me like this might be your best quarterback. So just go ahead and play him. But, if you're one of those people who says if it's not broke, don't fix it, I don't blame you. But I don't think the quarterback position is like every other position in every other sport. It's just not. So I would probably say go ahead and start him, but, that's just my opinion.
Speaking of Jerry Garantano and the quarterback position, we were talking earlier about how Jeremy Pruitt has continued to show that he's evolving as a head coach and how he handled Jared, even with the Alabama game and early this season, publicly backing his quarterback, not throwing him under the bus, because I'm pretty sure he knew that at some point he would need him, and here we are. What do you say about kind of Pruitt's evolution as a head coach?
Yeah, I think that's been something that he's learned. It's basically like, the way he's explained it to me before is that, the first year he was a head coach, he consistently kept thinking about, oh my gosh, this team needs to get so much better. This team's not very good. This team's got so much work to do in so many areas. And that when he's doing all that, he kind of forgot to do the thing that got him in the business in the first place, which was dealing with the young kids and kind of being a mentor for them and kind of helping them the way that his dad always helped people when he was a high school football coach. So I do get that, and I think he means that, and I think he's done a much better job in that area. And I think you're starting to see some benefits from that. I think these guys on this team, and I'm not saying they're all sitting there holding hands, singing Kumbaya and all that stuff, but I do think that they kind of play for the guy. I think they think that the guy believes in them. I think they think the guy's honest with them. And being honest doesn't always mean being nice, but it means being honest. And I think Pruitt's done that with these guys, and I think he's, for the most part, within reason, kind of gone to bat for them, and I think they appreciate that. And I think you've seen with Garantano that he's coached Garantano hard, but that Garantano always says it comes from a place of love, and he understands that, and that's not an easy thing to do.
Wes Rucker, Go Vols 24/7 here on the Swain event. Wes, Chase Young, Ohio State, two-game suspension. He took some money, paid it back. James Wiseman, looks like there's going to be a resolution between Memphis and NCAA, and he'll be back at some point. He took some money in high school, but Uros, he didn't take any money. What's the problem?
I think that, as I understand it, and again, I don't know this, but what makes sense to me and what I've heard a little bit is that there was an issue when he left Arizona State. The coach, Drazen, who was with him there, basically, when he left Arizona State, I think, got upset and thought that Drazen was trying to package Uros as a guy who you wouldn't have to sit out a year, or a guy who, if you hired Drazen, he'd bring Uros with him. And I think that bothered Arizona State a little bit, and I think they've caused a little bit of a stink over that. I don't know that, but that to me is kind of the only thing that makes sense right now. And I've heard that a little bit, so I think that's kind of been the holdup. But I don't know how you're going to blame the kid for that. But if that's how you see it, then that may be an issue. And I think if Arizona State has an issue with that, then they need they need a conflict to be resolved there. So I think that might be where things are right there, but I don't know. I do know that Tennessee is still not giving up on this. They're still kind of fighting for it, and they still believe in the kid, and they think that he's done nothing wrong. So we'll see. But, you know, the longer it goes on, obviously, you know, the more you have to start thinking, well, maybe it's just not going to happen.
If you're Arizona State, why are you mad? Because that's exactly what y'all did. Y'all did hire his coaches to get him.
Yeah, I mean, that's
why are you mad?
I don't know. I mean, that's maybe because he's 7'1" and he's good. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting to me because that's the only thing that makes sense. But I do know that Urosh is not the only one of the players who's kind of been connected to Drazen who is having some difficulty getting a waiver to play this season. So I think that might be a common denominator there, but I'm not sure.
Wes, Gino had some strong comments about the Lady Vols basketball program, and not really just the Lady Vols basketball program, but really threw Coach Fulmer under the bus with some of his comments. Your thoughts on that situation with Gino and the Lady Vols and Avina Westbrook's eligibility that was denied?
Yeah, I think that, you know, I think I'd be a hypocrite if I changed my policy on the way I always feel about this thing just because, you know, Tennessee was involved. I think kids ought to be allowed. I think every kid in every sport should be allowed one free transfer at any point because I think head coaches do that, assistant coaches do that. So I'm always been of the belief that you ought to be able to do that. And so I don't know exactly what Tennessee's done or hasn't done regarding that situation. But if there's a deal where Tennessee has some hard feelings for UConn in that program and that, you know, ended up costing a player a year having to sit out, I would think that's unfortunate because I'm not going to act like I'm someone who's sort of who sides with student athletes almost all the time and then goes away from it just because it's convenient to do so because Tennessee is involved. I think if Tennessee was, and I don't know the details of what Tennessee did or didn't do here, but if Tennessee held it up just because it was UConn or just because it was Gino, I wouldn't be okay with that. I think you have to let kids play. I think if the kid wants to go, you have to let the kid go, and you help that kid get eligible to play. That's my opinion on it. Now, I don't know exactly what's happened there, but I do know that I hope that no one's feelings got in the way of kind of a young person's career.
Yeah, I hope not either, man. A lot of hard work goes into preparing for the season, and Uros, like you mentioned, he's done nothing wrong. He deserves to play, and it's just kind of weird to me that Memphis and NCAA, they're working towards a resolution, and James will be back playing. And Chase Young is going to miss 2 games after receiving some money last year from a family friend who may work as an agent or something like that. And so, and Uros not being able to play at all. So a little unfair. And honestly, I wouldn't mind Avina going and playing at UConn. I think it's bad karma when you are an institution and you hurt another student from being eligible and then expect for one of your players to be eligible. Not saying that Tennessee has done that. I don't know, but I just think you just go ahead and let them play. Try to help them to play, whatever if you can. If not, it's not your responsibility at the end of the day. But I'll agree with you. I think every player should deserve at least one free transfer. I think that's something that Jim Harbaugh kind of mentioned a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I just think that if you let coaches go as much as they go and they're not punished for it at all, I don't know why you wouldn't offer the same sort of luxury to your student athletes. I think that if this whole thing's supposed to be about the student athletes anyway, and it's easy to sit there and say, oh, well, you made a bad decision when you chose to go there. That's not your fault, yada, yada. Do you really want free agency in college sports, yada, yada? I'm not saying it should be a free-for-all. I'm saying that you should give each kid one chance to say, yeah, I got that one wrong. I should have gone somewhere else. And that's normal because you say all the time, don't go to this place because of the coaching staff. Well, that's why a lot of kids pick where they're going to go play. There's no question about it. You can tell them not to factor in the head coach thing, but is that really fair? I mean, that's their head coach. That's the person they're going to be around every single day, by and large. That is so important. And sometimes kids at 17, 18 years old, guess what? They just make the wrong decision. It happens. I don't know that you punish them for a year by making them go through this. I understand if you don't want to let them go from one conference or within the same conference. I understand that. But by and large, I think that everybody ought to get one free transfer, and that's that.
Wes, Tennessee's basketball recruiting class is officially signed and delivered. Jaden Springer, Keon Johnson, Corey Walker have all signed with Tennessee. Is this the best recruiting class ever, and is Tennessee done bringing in high school players for this class?
I would say yes to the first question and no to the second. I think that Ernie and Bernie came in different classes. So when you look at that, I would imagine the only class that I can think of at Tennessee that had anywhere near this kind of level of hype was the Duke Cruiser Marsh Smith class. That class had a bunch of good, Wayne Chisholm was in that class. There were a bunch of big-time players in that class. But the difference was the two highest profile guys in that class were kind of guys who there were some issues there, whether they were academic red flags or kind of some behavior red flags that sort of led some of the other big boys in college basketball to kind of back away from some of those other guys, and that led Tennessee to being able to kind of get the door open to go in there. There were none of those issues with these guys. These guys that they got this year were guys that everybody wanted, and one of them is a Charlotte native who North Carolina wanted to come play guard for them. So that is stunning. When you think of what they've done with this class, I don't think that I've ever seen a trio of more talented players in one Tennessee basketball class, certainly since I've been with the been covering the program, and certainly not, maybe not ever. I think, we'll see how good they are when they get here, but man, those kids are really good players, and everybody wanted those kids. And as to the second point, I know this puts Tennessee kind of at the maximum of scholarships right now, but the way things work out every year now, I think you have to take at least one more and then let the numbers settle. Now, whether that's a big man or whether that's a point guard, I don't know, because Tennessee kind of still needs one big man and one point guard in this class if possible. I don't think they'll take two more. I think they'll take one more, and I think they probably go best available. I think if they get a player, if they get a chance, whether it's the Euro point guard who's going to be visiting in a couple weeks, whether it's a big man, whoever it is, if someone shows up, and they get their doors blown off by them, I think they'll still take one. I don't think they'll take two, but I do think they'll take another one. Regardless, this is just a stupid good class. I mean, Tennessee, when you look at the only three programs above them, Duke, Carolina, and UNC, that ought to tell you where they are right now.
Wes Rucker, GovVols 24/7 here on the Swain event. Looking at this football team and two more games left in the season, a big part of why Tennessee has a chance to win 6 out of their last 7 games is because of the leadership and the play of the seniors and upperclassmen. At the beginning of the season, we probably looked at 1, 2, maybe 3 guys getting drafted, but we can sit here maybe look at maybe 5 of these guys potentially having a chance of being drafted. Wes and a few guys a chance to go to the Senior Bowl. I can count 4 seniors that deserve to go to the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, there's some guys that are up there, Swain. There's no doubt about it. They've and I think that's a testament to those players first and foremost. And I think also it's a credit to just this coaching staff for not giving up on those guys, because it would have been really easy for them to say screw it and flip the page and move on to the future, because they could have said in their mind, well, these guys just aren't going to win. And here's the deal. We all know that how much pressure is going to be on us in year 3. So, we're just going to kind of flip the page and start moving to the young guys. They didn't do that. They kept belief in these seniors, and they kept belief that these guys would help them win games. And they've been right on both counts. These guys have proved that sometimes if you just keep showing up to work every day, it's not easy. When you've been losing consistently, when you've not been playing well, and yet you show up every day and you keep working hard, that's the expectation. So I'm not going to say throw a parade for the guys, but I'm saying that give them some credit for that, because they could have packed it in and they didn't. They kept showing up to work every day. They kept working hard. They kept clocking in. They kept putting in a good shift, and things started getting better for them. And I think that's a good lesson for young athletes and really all people to learn, that when things don't go your way, if you just keep working, if you just keep showing up, if you just keep pushing, eventually you might get somewhere. Because some of these guys, I'm not going to say I'd thrown in the towel on them and just given up and said they'll never be good players, but I didn't know they'd ever be capable of playing this well. And this coaching staff kept working with them. They kept showing up to work every day, and here they are. I think it's a really good story, and I think you're right. I think at least 3, maybe 4 of those guys could end up going to the Senior Bowl, or at least like the Shrine Bowl, something like that. And I think, up to a handful of them could maybe get drafted now. I really do.
If you had to pick an MVP of the entire team at this point of the season, who would that MVP be for you, Wes?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I know.
I might have, maybe I could say Batuli, maybe, because I think as soon as he came back, it's hard to say, because when he and Bryce Thompson came back, that defense just became a different group.
Mm-hmm.
That, and if you take him out of the defense, I think it turns into a much different group. So I think he would be up there for me, and I think you could make a vote for Trey Smith too, because of everything he means to that team, and because of really how well he's played up front despite never being able to practice. And I think he's been able to practice twice all year with contact. And that makes what he's done even more amazing. But if I had to sit there and say, if you take one guy off that team, who are they really, really, really going to miss the most? It's either Batuli or Jennings, probably. So that'd be my 2 guys. And the reason why I say maybe Batuli over Jennings is because I think if you take Jennings out, you still have Callaway, you still have Palmer. At that point, Brandon Johnson wouldn't be redshirting; he'd be playing. So they have some receivers who are still good players. But if you take Batuli out of the middle of that defense, and you've got Toto and then one of the other young guys, it's just not the same. So that might be why I go that route. But if anyone votes for Juwan, I'm not going to say they're wrong.
No, man. Both guys have been so important for this team and this team's success. And what's cool is they're both Tennessee boys.
Yes, they are.
And there's just something special about playing for the home state team. And I wish I could have experienced that, to kind of be that hometown hero, because that's pretty cool to kind of see Juwan and Dane Batuli, Trey Smith get that love. It doesn't work out that way, man. You go to where you feel like you need to go. It doesn't always have to be home. But for those guys, they did that. And it's really cool to see kind of our fan base understand that and appreciate that. Wes, it's the bye week, but the coverage on Tennessee Athletics does not stop. It does not slow down. Tell us what you got going on 247 this week.
We got a lot of stuff going on right now. We got all coverage of the Tennessee basketball recruiting class. We've got a whole bunch of Tennessee football coverage too. We've got all kinds of stuff. Women's basketball had that big win over Notre Dame. There's all kinds of stuff, and we've got full 5-man staff doing stuff all day long. And really, right now, I think I mentioned this before, but if you join GoVols 24/7, as long as you're a GoVols 24/7 member, whether that's for a year, a month, a week, the rest of your life, however long it is, you get free access to CBS All Access the whole time you're there now, which basically gets you everything CBS has ever done, sports or TV shows or movies, all of it. You get all that for free, commercial free. So that's like $100 annual value that we're just giving you for nothing. So
I love it.
If you've been on the fence, that should take you off of it. Go to GoVols247.com, check it out. People who stay usually stay for a reason.
I love it. I love it. When's the last time you saw Jeremy Pruitt smile?
Believe it or not, actually yesterday, because he was joking to me about how much I was enjoying the cold weather on the practice field. I told him this was some Big Ten BS and he needed to practice inside. He got a kick out of that one. But, he smiles a little bit, but, not always in public, but he smiles occasionally. He doesn't mind people seeing it. Just, he likes to keep up that appearance most of the time.
West Rutgers breaking news here on the Swain event. Jeremy Pruitt did, in fact, smile yesterday.
Yeah, we joked about. I told him that this was some Big Ten BS weather and that he had an indoor complex for a reason and he needed to use it.
That's
so he got a kick out of that one.
We know that. That's only used for recruiting.
Apparently, yeah.
And Halloween.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's it, man. All right, Wes. Thanks so much for your time, man. Really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Anytime. Y'all know that.
See you. Rutgers time here in the Swain event is brought to you by Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897 if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. Make sure you give my good friend, our good friend Jennifer Morris, a call. 865-257-7897 with Keller Williams Realty. Jennifer Morris. Huge thanks to Wes Rucker of Go Vols 24/7. Hour 3, powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Stay with us.
Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys who were up to no good.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
When you see the happy face on our truck, you'll be smiling because you'll know that you're in love.
For a limited time only, Hiller is offering 0% interest financing for up to 48 months on qualifying high-efficiency HVAC systems. With no down payment required, expert installations, and convenient monthly payments, now is the perfect time to schedule. Visit happyhiller.com today.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
You're driving home, flashing blue lights in your rearview mirror. The next thing you know, you're being arrested for DUI. Be responsible, but remember, just because you're arrested doesn't mean you're guilty. Call DUI and criminal defense attorney Marcos Garza. Put this number in your phone right now, 865-540-8300, because you never know when you or a friend will need it. Don't say guilty, say Garza. 865-540-8300 and GarzaLaw.com.
Gentlemen, are you feeling tired and grumpy? It could be low T, or it could be sleep apnea. Millions of men not only suffer from low T, but also undiagnosed sleep apnea. Low T Center provides a complete health assessment to check all of your levels. And right now, they're offering a $49 home sleep test to find out if you have sleep apnea in the comfort of your own bed. Low T Center makes it quick and easy to take care of your health. And most health insurance is accepted. Call 865-392-1388 or go to lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
At work? Can't call in? Don't feel bad. You can talk to the guys on the text box. It's part of the free Swain event app.
There will be partly sunny skies today with a high of 48 and a low of 34. Partly sunny tomorrow with a high near 51 and a low around 30. There's more sun to enjoy on Saturday with highs in the low 50s. Weather on the Swain event is brought to you by B-Dry. If your basement is wet or cracked, B-Dry can help. BDry.com.
Do you have sloping or uneven floors, foundation cracks, or a leaning chimney? Do your windows and doors not open properly, or are there gaps where the floor and walls meet? Don't worry, B-Dry offers approved foundation repair solutions like steel I-beams, helical piering, epoxy injections, carbon fiber applications, and more. Make sure that your home is on stable ground with B-Dry. Call them at 865-588-0454 or or find them online at BDry.com.
Hey, Mr. Max, you heard the lowdown? Nah, homie, give me the word on what's going on. Tell them what it is, Big Will.
Mac, now the lowdown is no money down, only at the new Open Franklin Motors in Alcoa. No money down at the new Open Franklin Motors in Alcoa. Not $1,000 down, not $100 down, not even a nickel down. Low down, no down, only at the new Open Franklin Motors in Alcoa. 2 minutes from the airport, so fly on down to the new Open Franklin Motors next to Walmart, home of the original low down, no down payment. That is, why would you buy from anywhere else when you know we gonna get you done? Good credit, bad credit, slow credit, we will get you approved. So come on down to 911 Louisville Road, the new Open Franklin Motors next to Walmart, or call 865-980-8216. Turn down for what?
We have all made the mistake of dropping or breaking our smartphones. See? But did you know that you can have it repaired for a fraction of the cost it takes to replace it? Well, you can, because iDrop is the area's leading mobile repair store, home of the 1 hour or less phone repair, 1 year parts warranty, and #1 customer service. Broken screens, cracked cameras, charging ports, batteries, you break it, we'll fix it. If you didn't break your phone, protect it with one of our leading accessories such as LifeProof, OtterBox, UAG, Incipico, Caseology, and Spec. Visit our West Hills location at 7115 Kingston Pike between Office Depot and Hardee's, or call 865-888-9740 and speak with our trained technicians to see how we can get your phone working today. JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
First class, yo, this is bad. Drinking orange juice out of a champagne glass. Is this what the people of Bel Air living like? This might be all right.
SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Hour 3 is powered by Low T Center and LowTCenter.com. This month is Men's Health Month, which means right now Low T Center is offering a $49 comprehensive health assessment and a $49 home sleep test. I had someone reach out to me yesterday about how to get set up with the home sleep test and addressing sleep apnea. It is something you need to do. So this month is Men's Health Month. Call OT Center right here in Knoxville, 865-392-1388, or go to lowtcenter.com. I want to take a look at the text box. We got about 10 minutes left in the show. Vols made Texas. Which one more impressive? Vols basketball, 28 home game winning streak, or DR Vols dissing this morning? I'm going to go with the home winning streak.
Well, DR Vol has struck out on dissing people this morning.
Oh, he got shut down, man. He quiet. No response. Weak. 74 Vol. What was the 2005 game at Notre Dame like? Was the atmosphere there that great? What kind of game did you have? Did Coach Fulmer take over the play calling in that game? Ooh, boy. Some not easy questions there. I could have pretended like I didn't see that.
You could have, but you chose not to.
I had 2 catches for 41 yards.
Boo.
Averaging 20.5 yards per catch. You know, big play. Big play, Swain.
You lost 41-21.
Hey, I'm answering the question on the text box.
Wow, the quarterback was 13 of 32 and 2 interceptions.
Listen, I'm answering the questions. It said, what kind of game did you have? So I answered that one. Was the atmosphere there great? Not really. I didn't think anything of it. Did Coach Fulmer take over play calling? I don't really know, to be honest, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
I have a question. How does it feel to know that the best wide receiver on the field that day was somebody who pitched in the major leagues for 10 years and wasn't even a true football player?
Who?
Jeff Samardzija.
Wasn't a true football player. He won the Blitnikoff that year, did he not?
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm more so referring to A, I'm joking with you. B, I was referring to his post Notre Dame career.
I mean,
that's what I meant by not true football player.
He's
he is absolutely a football player. I loved watching Jeff Samardzija play.
I mean, last time I checked, he was the Benedict Award winner in 2005.
Did he win the Blitnikoff in 2005?
I think he did, man.
How do you spell Blitnikoff?
Benedict.
Where'd you get a D from?
Benedict.
Oh. You ain't right. Let's see.
I think he won it that year.
Let's see.
He was a finalist at least.
Do you know Mr. Blitnikoff's first name?
Fred.
There you go. He did not win it in 2005. Mike Haas at Oregon State did.
Oh, that was a.
You know who won it in 2006?
That was terrible. Who?
The wide receiver that the Detroit Lions failed to utilize, take advantage of.
Calvin Johnson?
Megatron.
Yeah, Calvin Johnson. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
That's pretty incredible that a Georgia Tech receiver won the Blitnikoff. I know that Calvin Johnson is just out of this world good, but
he's special. He's special.
Well,
remember, he was before Demaryius Thomas. So Paul Johnson didn't recruit Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson had like a year or two before Paul Johnson got there.
Okay, so he was not actually in the triple option system.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't think he was for all 4 years. He might have been like the last year or something like that. But Demaryius Thomas was there more during Paul Johnson's time than Calvin Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. All right.
You didn't answer my question.
About what?
How does it feel to know that a baseball player was the best receiver on the field that day?
I don't hurt me one bit. He was the best. He was the best receiver. Ain't no doubt about that. He was balling. Him and Stovall. Charlie Weiss had that offense humming. Brady Quinn was rocking. Yeah, I'm looking at the kind of the box score and what happened in that game. You know, they jumped on us pretty good, and we were down 21-10 at halftime. They scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. Going into the fourth quarter, we had tied it up. We had scored 11 points in the third quarter. It was 21-21. In the fourth quarter, they scored 20 and made it 41-21. And that's more – I don't blame the defense too much there because that's a defense that all year long had to carry our sorry butts because our offense was terrible. Our defense played really well all season long, and we put them in really bad places. We had 3 turnovers in the game. We threw 2 picks. Goodness gracious, we were terrible on offense. So we lost 41-21. That was a good Notre Dame team right there. That team went on and get smashed by LSU, I think, in the Sugar Bowl.
Pretty hard to win a football game when your quarterback is 13 of 32.
No comment. Next question.
I don't have another one.
Oh. Next text box message. Let's go with that then.
Arian had a nice day. Had over 100 yards rushing.
Joshton Phoenix says, Swain, for years I've been listening to the show. My kids know I listen to a couple of the shows, but they know of yours as the He Takes It Serious show. So for today, the callers are definitely keeping you off of the taking it seriously path. It has been a funny day. Josh, thank you so much. Pickle says DR Vol was weak today. Ooh, Pickle even throwing some shade at you, DR Vol. My goodness. James from Connecticut says Gino has a point, but every transfer has a point. All student athletes should have ability to transfer once. If a coaching change has occurred, how does this help the student athlete? Similar to our men's player, How does it help the student athlete by holding them out? It doesn't. Isn't the NCAA supposed to be for the players? They're supposed to be. That's what they say their job is, but we know it's not about that. It's all about the money. And Mr. Buckets, I'm putting my resume for being a top 15 of callers. I don't call in much because I'm humble, but when I do call in, I bring value. Remember, some of my greatest hits, Little Jesse, Coach Cornbread, and now the 9.5 mile edition of the Swain event. I agree, man. I agree. I think Mr. Buckets deserves to be in top 15 just for that text box message. Vol in Louisiana, did anyone watch Smart from LSU try to step on his defender's feet multiple times on an out of bounds play to try to get his defender off balance? Almost as petty as his hairline. Oh, man. Orange Arc says, which block is softer? Andy blocking on Twitter or Eric Gray blocking earlier this season? I'll leave Eric Gray alone. But his block has not been great this year. But he'll be okay. He'll get better. GC Supervol says, Gino's comments really, really upset me with all of the preaching he has done with doing your job, not worrying about the media, and a positive attitude. He throws the media a bone and tries to deface a program just because he doesn't get what he wants. Hypocrisy. Good stuff. Vol Made Texas says the whole show gets it for what? I agree. I 100% agree. James from Connecticut says the Big Ten is easy, period, except the top. Vandy could be 7-8 win team in the Big Ten. I don't know about that. Vandy is trash, but I do agree with your assessment of the Big Ten.
Vandy lost to UNLV. They got blown out by UNLV.
Vaughn Birmingham says Andy is 100% B-Rad from the movie The Breaks. Let's see what else we got here. ATL VFL, hey, at least give credit to DR Vol for going on vacation on a bye week.
No, he gets no credit.
Plowboy, DR Vol can stream the Swain event nationwide. Being in Disneyland is no excuse. You can stream the Swain event worldwide.
Worldwide, Craig.
Vols Made Texas says DR Vol is like R. Kelly right now. I'm fighting for my life. South Kakalaki Vol earlier said, my God, I'm crying. DR Vol says Andy from the 731. People are enjoying Andy's shade. Vols Made Texas. Charter and private schools have been recruiting and paying parents for their kids to come to their school for years. Who cares? No one. Just play the game. Stop keeping these kids from playing a fun game. The TSSAA didn't care about Wiseman until the NCAA got involved. I won't say who cares. I think it is important to try to maintain some type of level playing field because you don't want it to be the Wild Wild West. Even though people are doing what they want to do and finding ways to bend the rules, you still got to have rules in place at least at some point. But I do agree with the TSSAA comment because it's funny. It's like the NCAA that don't do anything until Charles Robinson or Dan Wetzel writes an article about your school. Then they come in and go, okay, here's the punishment. TSSAA, y'all didn't know about this a couple years ago? Y'all had no clue about this a couple years ago? That's why I think it's funny. And DR Vol says, I'm going to look like Spice Adams out there playing basketball.
You and Rodney will.
Cream Biggums. But I would not wear short shorts like that, though.
Why not? You don't want to wear the booty shorts like the player at Memphis does?
No, thank you. No, thank you, man. I'm good. I want to hide my goodies.
Oh, my word. Time to go.
Time to go. Oh, man. It's time to get to training. Rocky Balboa style to get ready for Rodney. For Ben McKee, I'm Jason Swain. Peace and love. Swain event fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again.